You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
Let the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof on Radio Stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday, March the 21st. Marks the first day of spring. And my parents' 58th anniversary. 58 years they've been married. Yeah, 58 years I think it is. Can you imagine being with the same person? Well, they were with each other since they were 16 and 18. That's amazing. And they're 78 and 76. So somewhere around there. Man, first day of spring. I don't know if you guys are quarantined, but I want to welcome you to tonight's show. Chuck, Rich is looking skinny. Yeah, I know. I don't have the big jacket on tonight. Am I looking green? Oh, wait a second. You're right. Here, let me do this. All right. I adjusted the lighting. It is green. Here, hold on. Let's try this. I'm even more green. All right. There's some skin tone in. It's the shirt. It's got to be the shirt. All right. Calm down. Nobody should be having a good time. A goosh. Well, I think we should. I think we should have a really good time while we're home. I do want to say it is not good. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. I'm not here tonight to talk bad about anyone. I'm here to rip the government an asshole. I'm very upset. What is this? Okay. I got some interesting things I want to show you too. I went to the grocery store. Oh, let me say hi. Hey, Troy B, Nathan, Alan, who is also. See, I see it different on. I don't get to see if you guys have any nickname. Do I see it? I don't think I see it. Did you change your name back? I think you changed his name back. I don't know. It's different on StreamYard. I want to welcome you guys to the show. Nathan's Hot Dogs, Troy B, B Baker, B Dozen, Double B, BB Gun. He's got double B's. Chuck, Wham, Bam. Thank you, Rich. Who else is here? Lunar Sparkles One. Lori Olifant, how are you? Zen Master Me, welcome to the show. Spurs, Lufon, everybody else, welcome. If I didn't get your name, FAP, I think I saw you. I think I did. Jason Miller as well. Everybody's coming in. Look, I wanted to talk about this because I didn't make a video earlier. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm baffled, and not really baffled, but I am baffled. It's truly amazing to see this in this day and age where you go to the grocery store and there's not, I got to show you something. Look what I'm drinking. Who drinks Powerade? It's not bad, actually. It's actually pretty good. They only had 2 of those left. 89 cents each. They're 11 cents cheaper than Gatorade, but I think Gatorade you get 32 ounces. What is this? 28. It averages out. There was nothing in the stores. Look, I'm not here to give you because I'm not a fear mongerer. I just like to talk, figure out what's going on, whether it be ufology or life or whatever. That's all we talk about here anyway. So just the coronavirus, I think we're being lied to. Either that or people are freaking out even a week later. I went to the store last Thursday, a week ago and 2 days, and had no problem. There were some things missing, but, at 5 a.m., it was weird. Now they changed the hours to 6 to open. And, but last Thursday when I went there, no problem. I went back the next day because some things were missing and I wanted to see if it got worse. And Friday was awful. There was nothing in the store. Hey, Jason with the, super chat's on if you guys care. You want to throw, whatever. You know what it is. Jason Miller, thank you so much for that. Wait, what did I miss? What was that? Thank you for the kisses. Not awkward. Just 2 guys kissing on the internet. Nothing awkward about that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll be looking at some pictures later from Lufon. Right? Wait a second. What do you... Oh, okay, yeah, I'm right about that. But look, I wanted to talk about this because I'm just a regular guy. I live by myself, no kids, not even a pet, nor a fish. Well, that could be a pet. It's not a true pet. It's just there. You might as well have the TV on and the digital fish tank on. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as a fish. Just leave the fish at where, just leave them where they're at. Stop grabbing things. Imagine. That's what it's like. when people get abducted. You realize that, right? Just we're like fish. I'm pulling up the video because I don't know why I couldn't. That was the problem I was having, getting this large file, because it was a 15-minute video and I didn't want to keep edit. I just was lazy, I'll admit it. But I can hold it up to the screen just the same. You get the same effect. But it's just like being abducted. The aliens they're coming into, like, we're going fishing and they're pulling people out. Just like we pull fish out of the ocean. And some of the fish get thrown back. Joe Rogan has a skit on this. He says, we're like fish. That's right. That's where I got that from. Yeah, Joe Rogan said that. He said, every once in a while, we throw back a fish, and he tells this story about how he was dragged up to the light, this big bright light, and he saw these huge creatures and they were speaking this crazy language. And they let me go. Were they kind to you? I guess so. Were you hurt? No. They did get me with the, you got, yeah, you know what they call that, an abduction. That's why we got to look at people when they say they're abducted. We need to take a picture of their whole body, see if there's any hooks. Well, I guess there are some sort of signs that somebody was abducted, right? Right? The implants. I got the video ready. What do you call it? Bruising, maybe? Needle marks, triangular pokes. It's all there. It's all in my book. All right, here's today.
Here we are again.
I think you can hear it.
And outside,
this is ghetto.
it was crowded.
Isn't this shitty?
And
what we're doing here is sacrilege.
I'm still out of everything. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is so stupid. No Hungry Man meals.
My favorite.
They're out of food. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I have got nothing to eat.
I was walking by people talking out loud so they heard me.
They got nothing here. Well, I am gonna eat something. I need desserts.
FAP with a $5 super chat. What are you, crazy?
Really stupid.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I've got nothing to eat. I can't believe this.
Thank you, man.
Everything's out.
Thanks, guys.
Look at this. It's the ice cream. Everything is out. The only things that aren't out are things that people don't normally eat. What the hell am I supposed to do for food?
What am I going to do for food?
Oh, we got bread.
Such a baby. I don't know how to survive in this life, guys. I'm dead.
Wow.
Dead.
Yippee.
I took I took the bread and I just threw it into my cart.
Excuse me. I'm gonna grab junk food. That's all I get to eat is junk food.
That's all they had there was junk food.
There's no eggs. They got a thing over the eggs. Look at this. Oh, we can still put out cakes and shit. You know? But no eggs. Look at this. Oh, don't worry about the food shortage. Yeah, don't worry about it. No food shortage. Are you kidding? They closed down the entire egg. There's no eggs. And my milk's good for a few days. So let me see. Maybe I can't get anything else. I don't understand. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life for nothing. Unbelievable. So Oh, don't worry about, no, there won't be any food shortages. Well, I've got no food left. And all they got is shit that you don't normally eat here. Look at this. This is where all the butter's gone, all the cream cheese. This is so stupid. Yeah, oh, there's not going to be Gatorade.
That's nothing yet, B.
Fucking
Wait till you see.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed.
I gotta switch arms.
Look at every.
I can't do it this way. You won't be able to hear it.
I mean, literally. Oh my God, I can't believe I gotta show you this, but I'm running over. See, they got coffee and just junk food and coffee. Nothing. I see, maybe I can get my nose. Oh, there's a couple of cans for Richie. Oh.
No.
Cans for Richie. We're gonna get 6 of these. Because I don't give a shit. Any Gatorade? This is where the Gatorade usually is. Oh, they moved it. Wait a second.
Wrong aisle.
Oh, it's on the aisle.
I'm looking for Gatorade.
Let's see. I just saw the guy walking around with it.
This is where I got my Powerade.
I'm gonna have to, I guess, change my diet.
I don't know what this drink is. But...
I don't know what rainberry is, but it doesn't look good. What is this? Low sugar. That's not for me. Alright, I'm gonna grab one of these. I don't know what this is so stupid. This is so dumb.
Switching back.
What is this? Lime, cucumber. Yeah, good luck with that.
It was the drink was lime cucumber. Lime.
This is so dumb. And of course my oh wait, I get Crystal Light today? Nope, it's black tea. I don't get what I want. Crystal Light. Everybody's buying
Can't
it.
see it.
I like the raspberry lemonade, so I'm gonna get it, thank God. We got 2. And what am I looking for? This bang drink.
I'm looking for the bang.
The bang. I don't know if it's gonna be here. Propel Powerade. What is this Powerade? Let's see what this is. I don't know. Let's see what this is.
I saw that it had sugar in it, so I said it can't be that bad.
Alternative. Unbelievable. This is so dumb. I can't believe this.
Chuck Bam drinks
Don't
bang.
worry about food. You don't worry, we're not a food. No food shortage.
Why isn't this coming in?
Where's all the food? There's all the dog food's out.
All the dog food was
All the
gone.
junk food. You can buy
Cat
junk
food
all day
gone.
long. Yeah, even though it's out, you can still get something you could find you like. Look at this.
Get all the junk
They
food you
promised
want.
us there won't be any food shortage, but I don't have any at home. It's unbelievable. I don't even need apples. Well, there is no applesauce. Look, they're out. Even if
This
I
was
wanted
only
it, they're
an
out.
hour after they were opened.
This is what I got. Look at what I got. Look at what I've got. No food. I have nothing. What am I supposed to eat? I'm a fucking American. Everybody's buying, like, I might as well. Oh, you can look. This is where all the peanut butter and jelly is. Out. Well, they promised us there wouldn't be a food shortage, but yep, here it is. It's been going on for a week straight.
Yeah, no doubt. I know
They're
some
even
of you
having
who have lost
people
your
buying
jobs.
clothes because they don't know what else to do. This is amazing.
People
Here's
were
the cereal aisle.
people were buying
Look at this.
people were buying
Cocoa
clothes
Pebbles. You can tell what the popular foods
that
are.
they never buy at a grocery store.
It's all junk
A
food
lot of the
left.
shoes, a lot of
Shit
the
you don't
shirts.
normally eat.
Oh, hold on, let me go back here on this.
Captain Crunch, are you kidding?
It was crazy to see.
Like they're even having people are buying clothes because they don't know what else to do. This is amazing. Here's the cereal aisle. Look at this. Cocoa Pebbles. You can tell what the popular foods are. It's all junk food left and shit you don't normally eat. Captain Crunch, are you kidding? Hell yeah. That's what we're getting.
I'm gonna have Captain Crunch farts
All
for the
I can
next
do
week.
is eat what they got.
Actually, that's only
Here's
4
our
days
eye.
of food.
Look at this. Look at this. This is the fruit. Totally out. I tell you, I'm getting angry. Why can't I find food? Fries, you let us down. But the parking lot is full. It's full. The parking lot's full. There's not really, doesn't seem like there's a lot
To
of
the
people
right, I
in
just
here,
walked by it, but all the diapers were out. Everything that is a wipe gone. It's so bizarre.
And that's all I see. Get all the stuff you don't normally eat. Oh man, what is this? Oh, you can get cheese. You can still get cheese. You can tell people don't really buy the Velveeta because it's really expensive. Oops. Sorry. Oh, here we go. The healthy aisle. Look at it's true. Right? Oh my god. Alright, let's go down here. We were already down here? No, screw this. I can't believe this. I don't get to eat. I can't believe this is happening, man. Woo! They promised us there wouldn't be a food shortage, but I'm telling you right now, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Like they're dropping the price. Usually these are $3.50, $4. What is that? There's a cheaper one up here. Jack's. What the hell's this shit? Who are you? Going with Tony. Tony! Can I get a breakfast? Can I get some breakfast? Oh, right. Sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. All right. Maybe I'll get a couple of meals out of this after all. Let's see if we can get some lunch meat. How much you want to bet you can't get food? Yeah, what is this? What do we got down here? Oh, look, we're out. Oh, I wonder when they're getting their next shipment. This is amazing. There won't be any food shortages. We were promised no food shortages yet. This is crazy.
If you look at everybody's carts, they're all empty. Everybody's cart's empty. Now I'm going back tomorrow, and I'm gonna get there at 5:30, 30 minutes before they open, because they told me there was a line there before they open today. So I'm gonna get there tomorrow. I'm gonna get my Swanson's dinner, whatever it is I eat.
Maybe this Bam drink is down here. Let's see where Bam is. Bang, whatever the fuck you call it. Oh, good. Good. We got water.
You can buy water.
I'm so embarrassed for America right now. So embarrassed for the United States of America. Yeah.
Look at all the cheese. Watch.
Any food shortages.
All gone.
Yeah, my ass. Look at this. This is amazing. Here we go. Here's the meats. Some meats. Hey, we got a little bit of bacon left. Let me see. Do I get any deli meats? Anything for Richie? What is it? Is this chicken? What is this? Ham. Nobody eats ham. What is this? White turkey. Oh, you bet your ass. What do we got over here? This is white turkey. People aren't buying it? Damn. Now, we're gonna be eating a lot differently. Look, all the hot dogs are gone. It's beautiful. Don't worry about food shortages. Don't worry. There won't be a food shortage.
Unbelievable. Anyway, glad you hung around to watch that, because it's real important that we get the news. Oh, hold on. I don't want to look like I'm 100 years old again. Hey, I gotta do a drink promotion. This is a nose. Was bought. This is a special nose because it was purchased during the coronavirus outbreak. Do not throw this can away. Save all your packages. You can sell this on the internet in 20 years for $1. Thanks, Jaime. Forgot I had it. Didn't even need it. What are we, 30 minutes in? Tastes like 30 minutes. Yeah, it's not cold. Not ice cold. See, I don't... well, now I'm not having faith in the government. Not that I ever had 100% faith, but things were going pretty good here in America. The economy was booming. We've seen all kinds of records for unemployment, and everything was going well. It's almost as if it was a setup for this to happen. Like, let's get everything rolling, get America great again, and hit it with the virus. If it was a perfect world, if everything was a conspiracy, I think what happened, the virus was bad when it first started, and the people in Wuhan thought that they were able to contain it. They didn't want to announce it was worse than it was because they thought they could contain it. I'm betting you that's what it was. Then when they realized they couldn't contain it, it was too late. And then they had to admit it. That's what happened. That's the reality of it. And it just spread and spread and spread. And what we don't know is, right, is if it was a bioweapon, Chuck Bam says. We don't know that for sure, because it could have been. We could all have it. Just like in the zombie movie. What is that? The Walking Dead. Everybody's got the virus. Just once you die, then you turn. What if that's the same? All these chemtrails over the years, I'm not joking around with that shit. I know they're spraying stuff. I know it. And I know mainly for here in Arizona anyway to kill the thunderstorms. Because when I moved out here in 79 up until 91, 92, we used to get storms so bad, you were literally scared to go outside. It was that bad. So it made me want to chase storms. It was awesome. Used to get storms every night. Now we don't get hardly any. Not like that. Now what we get storms throughout the whole year. We used to go months without seeing rain or even clouds. Now it's cloudy all the time, and it is true. It has changed. But it's cyclical. So I don't know. Maybe they spread it. Who knows? Maybe we all have it. We'll find out. Maybe we all have it, and those that are strong enough to not get the actual virus survive. And we're down to the 500 million world. Can you imagine if 7.5 billion? Odds are we're done. Here's one thing I noticed about Trump. He's acting weird. I like the guy, but something's wrong with him. You can tell in his body language. As a matter of fact, I'd like to do a body language thing with Trump and see if we can detect anything, which we will. That's why I brought it up, because I was watching a couple of the videos. I have to find one that, well, I won't be able to. I won't be able to play it unless it's on Facebook or something. I'll find it for Monday. But he's just acting different. He doesn't even sound the same. There's not that. I know he's not at a Trump rally, but something's different. It's almost as if he's purposely, well, he wears his emotions on the sleeve. So on the sleeve, on his sleeve, or both. Trump wears them on both. One for day, one for night. So you would know something's wrong, even if Trump is just being himself, which is what I think he's probably doing. And something is wrong. I think this is going to be really, well, I hope not. I hope it doesn't get worse. But if this is signs of what's to come, yeah, Rich is going to be looking skinnier and skinnier. He is stressed out. I can't blame him. Fritzy, welcome to the show. Yeah, I got no, I don't know. Let's put it this way. If my parents didn't have 3 refrigerators, what would I do? There's a lot of people that are in this situation. You know, a lot of Americans, I think it's over half, 60%, can't afford to go paycheck to paycheck and have this happen. Most people only have about an average of $400 in their bank account for anything that may go wrong, which is true. It's not something I'm making up. So imagine people who've already lost their jobs. If it's just them, they don't have families, you know, what are they going to do when this is over? And a lot of people lost their jobs that can't pay their bills and can't get jobs because nobody's going to work. Have they thought this through at all? What's going to happen when it's over? What are they going to do? What if I can't pay let's say my car insurance because I'm not working, let's say, but I am, but let's say I'm not. And I have a feeling if this goes longer than 2 weeks, People will not be allowed to move. And I help people move. This is hitting at the worst time because this is the time of year when people do move. U-Haul takes over. I work for them. This is their season from March through September. People move generally during these times because their kids are out of school during the summer, yada, yada. They get a new place. Yada, yada. I just yada, yada'd. But isn't it true? What's going to happen when it's all said and done? A lot of us, and it may be me too, that can't pay our bills. What do you say, Willie B? Willie McB in the house. I really want to know. Richie from Boston. I mean, can you imagine this guy? He must be sold out of the people's prepping food, whatever it is he does over there, right? Don't you think people are buying that stuff? It's just people flakes, though, you know. Yeah, we know. Chicken tastes just like chicken. You want beef? It tastes just like chicken. It does, doesn't it? It's all flakes. I don't know. I have never tried it, to be honest with you. But I bend the knee at my Lord and Savior, Jesus H. Christ on a popsicle stick. So, you know, am I going to have to buy prepping food? See, this is the thing. If my life was a little different, let's say if I was still married, if we go back 10 years where I had the house and everything, I still was talking about building one of those things in my yard. I could have done it, but glad I didn't. Would have wasted all that money on a house that, you know, wasn't paid for. Because usually people who don't owe on their mortgage would probably do that kind of thing, right? You wouldn't want to owe money on your house. You're only in it 2 years and build a basement under the ground. What if you lose your home? Then you lose all that money. Well, that's why it's called prepping. You're prepping. For what? For anything. This is one of those things. God, I wish I had one of those underground. And what? Well, they closed down the dispensary. People need their meds. Huh. It's not going to get that bad. They're putting zero. Students don't have to pay their loans for 2 months. Nice. This is supposed to go through August. This is just the beginning. Do you understand? This is just the beginning. And I got, little brownie never hurt anybody. I haven't had any in 2 days. That's going to be a good one. Now I leave the brownies right in front of the computer. No, they're good. You do, what is it, 200 milligram brownie? You take just a little piece, about 25 milligram. But the thing is, I cut them out in perfect squares. And, figuring that, well, you cut them in this many, that's going to be that many. And here's each square is 25 milligrams. Well, you take one night and, great. Feels good after an hour, right? Couple of hours, you're feeling good. And then the next night, you take another square and you don't know where you are. No, you do, but it's another level of holy crap. Yeah. So I don't know. It depends on how, I don't know, they make the stuff, they mold it together. Maybe a little more THC got into that corner of the brownie. I don't know. But all I know is what I feel. So I didn't plan this to be a very long show. I just wanted to talk about the corona, play the video. See if anybody, I wanted to ask if anybody knows anybody that has the virus. I heard Tom Hanks is not feeling that good. Oh, what was this? Somebody said something here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Hopefully they declare a jubilee. All debt canceled. It is being talked about. Only way out at this point. Oh my freaking God. Can you imagine? Well, I don't have any debt. I don't have any credit cards. That would be awesome though. But I know previous stuff, if I couldn't pay, got it. What about those automated payments? Yeah, this is a weird time. This is a weird time. Yeah, I want to get back to Taco Bell. Let's see. People I know already, Avacia says, people I know already losing their jobs in Sydney, Australia, and we're not even fully shut down yet. My kids are still in school for now. Me and my wife still employed at home, luckily. I'm at home too, thank God. But the way my business runs is based on people moving. And if they stop people from moving, this is bad. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it, how they're going to reset. Excuse me, that nose just Tom Hanks me. What else, Lori Oliphant? Learn how to do and make things. Reuse. Don't toss small slivers of soap. Put in a mason jar with some water. You toss them in if you have soap. Very good idea. Yeah. Well, you don't know. You might as well start doing this stuff. Lufon says, prep your own food and freeze for the week ahead. What if you don't have a week of food? Being single is the best way. Just cook on Sunday morning and ding during the week. I wish it was that easy. Closer encounters. I'm still saying panspermia and or transpermia, however you want to look at it. You think this is a panspermia type of event? This came from no, this is the coronavirus. Oh, by the way, I get maybe, unless I'm misunderstanding you, closer encounters. Jan Wetzler says, how you doing? Or is it Jan? Am I saying it wrong? I didn't mean to. Here in Germany is also something wrong how the government reacts. In some stores, goods are locked. You can only buy goods for basic use. Wow! Holy mackerel! Locked. This is amazing. Rich, don't buy food you're not going to eat. I don't know what that means. Pat Walker. Yeah. You know, if it comes down to it, I mean, you think I'm going to starve to death? No. I wouldn't break into somebody's home because I don't want to hurt anybody, but I would try. I probably would too. Steal something. I wonder if they still have people like, you have the grocery store guy who's the security guy. Do you think he would actually, at this point in time, stop somebody if they were stealing meats? Saw this video. No, not going to get into it. Not going to get into it. What is that? Willie McBee says Richie from Boston has been eating his own supply. That goes without saying. Panspermia. No, I think because they know it came from the coronavirus. And I saw a post somewhere that there is a cure for the coronavirus for cows. Did you see this thing? It actually said it on the bottle that the person was holding. I'm really upset at myself because I knew what I was going to do. I got the new job. And I'm working from home now, so I had to download their software and all this other stuff. But they told me, make sure you delete your cookies every single day, your cookies and your history. So I saw I had quite a bit in there. And I said, all right, I'm going to try it. Maybe that's why my show's crashing. Maybe that's why it was blinking out. I had a lot of stuff in there. It was like 516 for the week. It was a lot. And it took about 5 minutes for it to clean everything out. I don't know. I've never done it in the 1 year now that I have this computer. I've never done it. Well, it caused me to almost be late for the show, like legitimately late. I was ready at 5 minutes too, like it was scheduled. Oh, no, I didn't do it that way. Yeah, I did set up for the top of the hour, but I was getting ready anyway at 5 minutes before, and I went to log in and get into the studio, and it says, oh, we need to send you a code on your phone to make sure it's you. I'm like, why? Oh, yeah, the cookies. So now I have different passwords for everything. I'm screwed. Anyway, I'm never doing that again. But doesn't that help? Does it actually help to delete? That's a lot, B. Baker? Yeah, it was 515, I think. 1515. Is that a lot? Yeah, cache clearing. Is that bad? Clear my cache and cookies is what I did. And I did. I controlled where I didn't have the passwords clicked. But it still did it. It still erased the passwords to here. And it said I only had 6 passwords saved. I must have 20. So I don't understand. It doesn't help. Does it help? I need to know. Someone said no. Troy said no. I really like washing my hands with regular soap again. Yeah, and I use Dial. Dial works well with my skin. All right, let's get back to this Corona thing, and then we'll... Evasius, you know what? That is so true. Why am I throwing cash and cookies away? What am I, an idiot? Oh, I still have brownie cookies. I still have 3 little Oreo cookies that aren't cookies. Well, they are, but all right, let's get to the... Well, anyway, yeah, so what are they going to do when everything is done and over with? How are they going to... This is... Wait a second. This is like 9/11 in a way. It's just in slower fashion, you know? Joshua says, I just hope it becomes like after 9/11, people's focus on we instead of me. Do you remember how awesome it was after 9/11 for about 6 months, maybe a year? People were like really nice. Even in Arizona. Arizona, I think, is second to California when it comes to jerks. Hey, if you live here in Arizona, I'm not a jerk. I'm a straight up born New Yorker, Staten Islander. I'm born with this attitude. It was ingested. It's in my DNA. My first 11 years of my life was all about New York attitude. Oh, I see something floating. Do you see this? There's nothing here either. Something was right here. But I looked and there was nothing there. And when I put my finger there, it disappeared. Did you guys just see that? I looked at the monitor and I saw this thing floating in front of me, and I went out and then it just disappeared. Anyway, I hope you guys saw that because that was freaking awesome. When did that happen? About 50 minutes in. I'll have to look at their review when it's over. Where's PBR Street Gang? I turned my tree off for him. I'll turn that on again. Instead, I have the sun showing up behind me here. That's the sun. It is. All right. I wanted to, man, I can't. What is going on? It's like my tongue is fat. That's how it's like it's fat. All right, I'm going to pull something up here for us. I'm not going to go to Richie from Boston unless I need to. Do I need to? You know, even though it's Richie, it's something I can play, and it's something that won't give me the warnings. You know, hey, it's a copyright thing, you idiot. I'm just gonna see, just this one video. Let me take a look. Oh, you
Hey,
take a
what's
look
up,
with
YouTube?
me.
It's Richie from Boston. It's March 21st in the year 2020, and we are in a live exercise. We're in a live exercise that was planned out back in October 18th, 2019. November, December, January, February, March. 5 months ago, Bill Gates, the Bilderbergers, the Bill and Melinda Foundation, they all got together.
By the way, just don't forget, this is all done with no proof. Just so you know, it's just speculation, guesswork. It's bad journalism, is what it really is. But I'm motivated by how entertaining it could be to hear how the other side thinks, because I'm not really sure that they would want to. Yeah, maybe they do want to depopulate the earth. Maybe they do. But nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows who these people are exactly. Everybody just takes a guess. Bilderbergers. That's freaking awesome, Mario Heat. Bilderbergers. How did I not think of that?
And they did a thing called Event.
Hold on, I'll go back. Thank you, Pat. Pat, 1111. Wait a second. Is this your second super chat tonight? I don't know, but if it is, holy. No, it's not. But you are Pat Walker, Texas Ranger, the super chat Pat of the Goof On radio stream world. 1111. It's my favorite. It's my favorite of all time. Thank you very much. You know I'm going to say it. You didn't have to do it. Stop. You took it away. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, no, it just disappeared off the thing. All right, back to video. Thank you. He was talking about something here. What is this numbnut saying?
Together, and they did a thing called Event 201 in New York City, talking about what would happen if there was a worldwide pandemic of a thing called...
First of all, it's Event 21, isn't it? Isn't it 21? Guys? B. Baker, right? Oh, look at him there. Good. Good. That's what he says. Good.
Coronavirus. And December 29th in Wuhan, China, this live exercise went live. And that's what we're seeing right now. I've already shown you that this was a pre-planned event. There isn't an actual...
I've got on sale, just to interrupt, pre-planned prepper people food on sale now. You get 5 bodies for the price of 4. You can't beat them because they're already dead. That was really dumb, Richie. Hey, I got to sell Peter Piper prepper food. I don't know. What did I just say?
Pandemic happening right now, and the numbers all show that.
You got to get the pre-peppin' pandemic people's prepping food. You got to get it, everybody. My throat's killing me from just being me. I'm sorry, I'm a little too close to the microphone.
That. I just got off.
I made myself
happening right now, and the numbers all show that. I just got off the phone with Nicholson 1968. Several things. Nicholson works for Purell. which is how I was able to bring you that information about the FDA trying to force Purell into taking off their label that by simply cleaning your hands, you can kill the COVID-19 virus because it's a flu. It's a mild cold and flu. And out of the 57 different medical professionals I've talked to since January about this, yes, like the doctor I had on last night, they all said it's weird because H1N1 was way worse than this, and yet this isn't killing anyone. India has a worldwide death counter clock that I put up in a video. It should be up by now. And it shows that according to the authorities, only less than 10,500 people worldwide have died of the COVID-19 virus from December 29th until now.
I love the way Richie thinks, right? I love the way Richie thinks because he's like this. He's like, it's only 10,000 people only. Holy shit. You could fill a boxing match up at a stadium, half a stadium up with that many people. Capiche? The exercise went live. It's only 11,000. What are you worried about? It's not like 120,000 like it is with the flu. Yeah, that's okay. It's only 10,000 people. It's not a pandemic until it gets what, 100,000? Isn't that what the rule of thumb is? That's what I heard. He's got his finger up. Look at that sausage thing. That's a sausage finger. God, he's beautiful, isn't he? Check him out up close. I got you because somebody's going to eat my head. It looks like a potato.
Until now. That's not an outbreak. That's life. Because if you look at the counter, the death counter,
that's life. Hey, it's 10,000 people. That's just life. That's what he said. This, I know you can take things out of context, but he actually said that. Hey, 10,000, 11,000, that's just life. It's just life.
Not an outbreak. That's life. Because if you look at the counter, the death from December 29th until now, that's not an outbreak. That's life. Because if you look at the counter, the death counter, it's minuscule. The doctor showed you this last night. It's minuscule.
It is minuscule. I'm sorry, I had to transform back into me. It is a little bit minuscule. I come to realize that myself. It isn't a large number of people that have died yet, but we're preventing that as best as we can. You can't not do anything. Imagine if we did nothing. How many people would be dead by now? It would be at least 20,000. At least. No. You know what? Let's see what else he says. Let's just do that. Never mind me. I'm having fun.
The people, you know what? Dana Ashley making videos telling people that all these deaths are attributed to 5G. There aren't all these deaths. 5G is bad, but what's happening right now, you dopes, is worse. They're slowly and incrementally shutting down cities. They shut down all the businesses. They've shut down the...
But that's just because of the spread of the virus. It's not done for no other reason. Yes, he is talking... he's talking worldwide. I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. Well, let's see. Look, you know what he's saying right here? Wuhan.
The world. And more.
There's your answer, closer. I think he just said it.
Shutting down cities. They shut down all the businesses. They've shut down the world. More is coming. More is coming. People making videos saying all these illnesses and deaths are because of 5G. 5G isn't up and running yet. The rest of the world didn't give a shit about 5G. Do you see what I'm saying? So they don't have to shut down the world to install 5G in schools in the United States. As a matter of fact, that doesn't even make sense. Okay? So let's get with that. Q is nothing more than a distraction to keep you sitting there with your hands under your ass doing nothing while troops move into Massachusetts, New York City, Illinois, while people.
Holy crap, I can't believe it. That is weird. I was just going to say, I hope he says Illinois. And he did it right as I thought it. I didn't see this. Okay, first of all, yeah, the military may have to move into those bigger cities and control things. If the show's choppy, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm telling you. I don't know if it is on my end or whatever, but remember, everybody's at home. Nobody's out at the movies. Everybody's using their computers now. So it might bog us down. Yeah, Saturday night even, right? Well, anyway, the audio is always going to be decent, right? The audio never goes bad. It's only the video. So as long as you could hear the message, that really is all that I care about. Yes, I care if it's choppy. That's why I've been trying to get it perfect for a year plus. With the new computer, we got to buy that thing. All right, come on.
Shelter in place on the West Coast by force and live stream about it still like it's a real thing. Florida has a curfew at night now because apparently if you're out after 10 o'clock at night, somehow you can get the flu. Georgia has a curfew right now, and troops movements are happening all around the country. And soon they will tell us we all have to stay in our respective areas for 2 weeks while they put the final pieces of the machinery in place.
Okay. Does anybody have a problem with that? Staying at home for 2 weeks if they really did this? Do you think you would have a major problem with it? They're going to figure out a way that we're not going to have to be fully responsible for the bills we can't pay if you either lost your job or can't afford it because of reduced hours, whatever. They're going to figure out a way that we're not all. Can you imagine the paper trail of all of us? How are they going to keep track of every single thing? You can't. They can't. This is the entire country now. So it's just starting, guys. We're about 1 week into this fully, 9 days, I think it is, to where it really got bad, where they started shutting down stuff. What Richie from Boston is saying is true. They're moving in troops. Why? Because these are dangerous cities, Boston, Chicago, New York. Well, as Richie says, Illinois. Can you believe a 52-year-old still says Illinois and he's from Boston? Like nobody's corrected him his whole life. During my training, we're all using this thing called Zoom so we could all have interaction with the trainer. And she says Illinois. Her name is Shantae something. I don't know. But she says Illinois, and her friend, who was also helping with the training, the other manager, says, "What did you just say? Did you say Illinois?" And I was like, "Oh my God." She says, "Did I?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then I jumped in. I took myself off mute, and I go, "There's no noise in Illinois." That's how you remember it. Now, she couldn't help it. She said it many times. So I guess it's something you can't change, like an accent or saying supposedly, because there's no such word as supposable. There's no B in supposed. All right, listen to Richie say Illinois again. It's fun, and that's why I do it, to show the intelligence that is, right across the globe here, 3,000 miles from me. Poor guy doesn't even realize it.
Movements are happening all around the country, and soon they will tell us we all have to stay in our respective areas for 2 weeks while they put the final pieces of the machinery in place.
I wanted to hear Illinois.
Illinois, while people shelter in place on the West Coast by force and live stream about it still like it's a real thing, Florida has a curfew at night now because apparently if you're out after 10 o'clock at night, somehow you can get the flu. Georgia has a curfew right now.
if you're out at 10 at night, that means either one, and two, shouldn't be out that late during a virus. Don't you realize that, people?
Now, and troops movements
I
are
lost my
happening
train of
all
thought.
around the country. And soon they will tell us we all have to stay in our respective areas for 2 weeks while they put the final pieces of the machinery in place. Q isn't real. We've gone over this ad nauseum. Donald Trump isn't draining the swamp. They don't have to shut down the entire world to drain the swamp in the United States. It is amazing how people will clutch onto any straw in order to avoid what they're seeing happening right now. Some dude sent me a video of some bald-headed freak who's got like 4,000 subscribers who's making a video that says, Richie from Boston, the unprepared survivalist. Well, here's something for you.
Wait, who's that guy? Who's that guy that's calling Richie from Boston the unprepared survivalist? Some bald guy with 4,000 subscribers. Yeah, he's making more noise than you are with your fake 360,000. How many does he have? 355,000. You know half those subs aren't real.
Now, some dude sent me a video of some bald-headed freak who's got like 4,000 subscribers who's making a video that says, Richie from Boston, the unprepared survivalist. Well, here's something for you. First of all, I managed to get out of my state before the troops got there. That's one.
Wow, big deal. So you just, by happenstance, you were just out of the state. You didn't plan it because you knew they were coming, dickhead.
Number two, I called this exact scenario January 7th, 2020.
No, you didn't call it, you freaking liar. He is such a liar. He got that from another person who 3 months before said that there was going to be an outbreak coming soon. And Richie just repeated what the guy said. And the one guy during the interview says, so what do you think, Richie? Richie goes, well, I think there's going to be, it could be some sort of, and we're all going to die. He just repeated. He didn't come up with it himself. I hate this prick.
The video's still up. I called it exactly based on information that the mainstream puts out. If you disseminate the information, you can find out what they're doing every single time.
Richie has never disseminated any kind of information in his life. I'm surprised he even pronounced it correctly since he can't say Illinois.
Usually we find out afterwards, but this one time we found out before. I just got off the phone with Nicholson 1968. He gave me the information back in January explaining how the FDA was trying.
As if Nicholson 1968 is relevant to me? How is that relevant to anything in my life? Like, well, I'm supposed to know him. God, gosh, right in your pie hole.
Trying to force Purell to stop telling people washing their hands would kill this whole thing. Can't have that. Can't have that. Well, I also made a video the other day explaining how Donald Trump has now declared himself a wartime president. We're at war with something that nobody can see, terrorism, but actually isn't killing anybody because they don't need to. They don't need to. Everybody's hiding and buying toilet paper and stocking up on beer and doing exactly what they're told as they're destroying the...
What a dumb thing to say. He says we're not at war with anyone. Then we're at war with something we can't see, Richie says, because Donald Trump said that. And then Richie analyzes it and disseminates it as it's a war with nobody you're going to kill because everybody's hiding out and buying toilet paper. What? How do you get that with... Wait, what? That makes no sense. You're talking about the virus. You're not talking about people. The virus is the enemy. And then Richie says, yeah, there's nobody's going to kill because they're all hiding and buying toilet paper. What? Did I hear that wrong? I'm sorry. I'm spending a little too much time on this, I know.
Washing their hands would kill this whole thing. Can't have that. Can't have that. Well, I also made a video the other day explaining how Donald Trump has now declared himself a wartime president. We're at war with something that nobody can see, terrorism, but actually isn't killing anybody because they don't need to. They don't need to. Everybody's hiding and buying toilet paper.
Wait a second. Terrorism? We're at war with something we can't see. And he says terrorism. And there's nobody to kill because they're all hiding out and buying toilet paper. How does that make sense, guys? Seriously. This is one of the most compelling things I've ever seen.
Trying to force Purell to stop telling people washing their hands would kill this whole thing. Can't have that. Can't have that. Well, I also made a
Maybe if I play it further. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Video the other day explaining how Donald Trump has now declared himself a wartime president. We're at war with something that nobody can see.
Terrorism.
Terrorism.
But nobody's going to get killed because they're all hiding and buying toilet paper.
It actually isn't killing anybody because they don't need to. They don't need to. Everybody's hiding and buying toilet paper and stocking up on beer and doing exactly what they're told as they're destroying the global economy and implementing.
So wait a minute. So then the way he explained it, that means you and I are the terrorists. We're the terrorists hiding out and buying toilet paper. But he just said it was, I don't know why it's not like this guy's ever going to win an award for his vocabulary. But I can't believe he's got that many subscribers. It just bothers me.
Implementing the New World Order right in front of your face. Donald Trump's declaring himself a wartime president.
Why is this back?
And signing us over to socialism has now forced Purell to stop selling their hand sanitizer that can kill this virus. That's not actually even killing anybody, so who cares? But they're not allowed to sell it to consumers or retailers. All Purell's shipments go straight to the government now, which will be disseminated to military, National Guard, authorities, FEMA, Homeland Security through Granger outlets.
Found a new word, decimated.
Disney World stopped taking orders of Purell 2 months ago. They stopped taking their orders from Gojo, the parent company of Purell.
Fuck Disney.
2 months ago. 2 months ago. How would they know that? Maybe they watch my channel. Who knows? Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
But this isn't an organic thing, and it isn't killing anybody. Okay? People that like to say prophecy says America.
You see how this is awful? He says it's not killing anybody. It's killed 20,000 people so far. I don't know, whatever, 10, 11. It doesn't matter. People are dead. It has killed people, and he's saying it hasn't. And I know what he's saying, that he's saying it hasn't killed a lot of people. I get it. He's just saying it hasn't killed anybody. He knows it has, but he's just being Richie. I don't know what else I can say about that. I think we all just got a little bit dumber. Yeah, we did. All right. What's that? Oh, okay. Let me check this out. I just can't do any more of that. Let's check something out real quick. Hey, it's Saturday night, Goof on Radio stream. What are we doing? We're locked at home. We're talking about Corona. What else have we been talking about all week? There's nothing else to talk about. Now, I do want to say I'm sorry. Too bad, so sad. So ufology obviously has been shut down. Nobody's going to be going to the MUFON con. Nobody's going to be going to this con, that con, or any other con. Now, in August, I don't know if it'll be okay, but Third Phase of Moon was coming over here to Arizona, and I was going to meet up with them. I hope that does come back, just for me and more for them, that they get to meet me. That's all I'm going to say about that. No, I was kidding. All right, anyway, ufology is shutting all their shit down. What are these people going to do for a living? Linda Moulton, Howdy Doody, going to be charging for her shows now? Is that what I heard? I heard that she's going to be charging to watch it. I don't know, something like maybe $1. Yeah, something they're setting up, I heard. Dolan, I heard the same thing. Don't know if it's true, but they're going to charge you to watch their stuff. It's going to be beautiful because they're all losing money. Oh, what? Hey, you can't put another book out. Of course you can. Nobody can print it. Redfern. Nick Redfern comes out with a book a week. This guy has a thought, writes it down, gets it published, makes a little bit of a profit. He has a thought. Bigfoot comes from the center of the earth. Or does he? Men in Black and aliens. I have a thought. Are Men in Black real? Does time travel really correlate with UFOs? I mean, he has these thoughts, makes a book, makes some money. Good for him. All right. Let's break up this monotonous bull stuff and let's just see what our good friend over at Post Disclosure World is trying to say.
Why is anomalous phenomena so damn elusive? Skeptics would tell you the reason it's so elusive.
First of all, I've never seen anybody with long hair and a coif. That's a first. That's a long-haired coif. You know who has a coif? You know what a coif is? That's that big whoop like Conan O'Brien has. Like Dennis the Menace for some of you old enough to remember. That's a coif.
It's simply because it doesn't exist. And that's why we don't have good photography of orbs.
How could his hair be this way and his beard look this? I'm sorry, I can't. I just, it's immediate. It's a reaction. I can't stop it. When I watch these videos by myself, I do watch them all the way through. So I'm going to try.
Tell you the reason it's so elusive
tonight,
is simply because it doesn't exist. And that's why we don't have good photography of orbs and Sasquatch and ghosts and anomalous aerial vehicles.
Hold on.
However, I anticipate...
Why did he say that there was no good...
elusive. Skeptics would tell you the reason it's so elusive is simply because it doesn't exist. And that's why we don't have good photography of orbs and Sasquatch and ghosts and anomalous aerial vehicles. However, I anticipate that disclosure is coming, and it will be established that the U.S. government alone has superb forensic data that UFOs exist. Therefore, the fact that photographs of UFOs are hard to come by is not evidence that UFOs don't exist, nor is it evidence that other weird phenomena likewise don't exist. For the sake of argument, let's say that anomalous phenomena such as orbs and Sasquatch and ghosts definitely exists. Why then are weird phenomena that are reported all around the world and places like the Uinta Basin, why is that phenomena not prancing around South Beach with all the enthusiastic COVID-19 spreaders that are enjoying the afternoon sun? Why is anomalous phenomena willing to take refuge in a haunted house, but unwilling to go for a stroll at the Mall of America on Christmas Eve? Are anomalous phenomena...
That just shows you how stupid this guy is. He doesn't know anything about the paranormal. He's just a talking head, paid to be a TTSA, shill, whatever the frigonometry you want to call it. That's all this bozo is. He looks good there when I blur it, right? Then you can't see the defects and rejects. Look at it. Bone white, eyeball white, teeth white. All different whites right here. And the coif. That's called a coif. It really isn't. It's just a bad. He's got a bad cowlick with a comb over. Now, he will be bald in 10 years. And you can see the high hairline. I do this with everybody. Yeah, not on the show because I don't watch most of the videos here.
Glitches in the matrix and therefore programmed to remain elusive?
And therefore programmed? Oh my God, I almost lost my teeth. Every time, look at this print. Oh, this is a screenshot from heaven right here. Here we go. We're going to take a look at my
decision to not make a spectacle so that it is easy and natural for world institutions to reject their existence. Is there some kind of spiritual law that has been instituted by some lawgiver precluding them from making a spectacle and making it obvious to all of the influential institutions of our world that they exist? Is there a time coming when anomalous phenomena will be less elusive?
All right, let's hold on now. Something must have happened. He, in one edit to the next, either he had sex with somebody or something happened because the hair got decoiffed. He's got a white thing in his head and he actually looks different. Watch, you'll see when it cuts. That white thing's not in his hair. Got the tall coif. Watch what happens.
World that they exist. Is there a time coming when
before that, you dill hole? Oh, he still has it. How long did I wait?
Existence? Is there some kind of
Did I miss it the whole time?
Spiritual law that has been instituted by some lawgiver precluding them from making a spectacle and making it obvious to all of the influential institutions of our world that they exist? Is there a time coming when anomalous phenomena will be less elusive and more prone to demonstrating itself? I have no idea. What do you think? Why is it so elusive? Why is it very selective in how it exposes itself to human beings?
God.
Places like the winter.
There's one thing that he does that's extremely annoying. He has those strong P's.
Basin. Why is that phenomena not prancing around South Beach with all the
prancing around
world and places like the Winter Basin? Why is that phenomena not prancing around South Beach with all the enthusiasm?
Anyway, that's UFO Jesus in a nutshell. Everything you ever needed to know. So we're going to do something real quick here. Let us check out oh yeah, that's right, it's Earth Files. That's weird. I'm subscribed. Has she made a video in a while, or I don't get any notifications of her show ever. COVID-19 updates. See, she's doing it too. COVID, Arctic. Oh, wow, look at this. The history of the Men in Black. I was just talking about that. Didn't even know it. Let's just take a look, shall we? So beautiful. I love you, Linda. Chocolate and fluffy. Aww,
hi, everyone. On this March 18th, I've got Chocolate, big, beautiful Chocolate, who, as always, sticks around. And Fluffy was here until 2 minutes ago. And then it's like,
damn it, we missed Fluffy. Look at Chocolate looking up at her. She admires Linda. Linda's a good mom. She has a ring on her middle finger, which is odd for women.
He seems
that shows strong power.
To know telepathically, I guess. And depending upon his mood, he either heads downstairs like, if you want me, you can come after me and play a game, which is what Fluffy loves. He loves to play games. And he may come sauntering in like he did a couple of weeks ago. And in the meantime, I cherish Chocolate. I cherish all of you in this day where it feels like something in the world is giving up and making us feel like we want to give up. We can't. We've really, really got to choose life, which means we've got to help each other. And we can help each other by staying far away. What a strange upside down world.
That was actually very funny. I have to admit. She's okay. You can't blame her for wanting to make a little money. She's earned it. She's earned the right, I think. Deep down, I think she has earned it. I don't care what anybody says. She's put a lot into ufology, cattle mutilations, crop circles, pretty much everything that we talk about. And yeah, like, sometimes I do feel bad when if I do say anything bad, which I don't think I really do. I kind of make fun of the things, you know what I do. I don't even know what I do. But for some reason during this time, I just don't have it in me to pick on Chocolate and Fluffy or Linda. So let's go to somebody else. You know what I would like to see? What is Richard Dolan been up to? You know, we have not been there in months. Let's go. Let's see what. Let's see if he's there. See, and oh, you don't see. I am a subscriber, and I don't get all of his updates. I do get them once in a while. Look at this. A week ago. Is he not doing a show? Was he only doing 2 a week? The truth about Philip Klass. Oh, God, I hate this guy. Philip Klass, I think, is one of the worst. And, oh, look, I was listening. I started to. You can see.
Yes. And he did this regularly. He did it to poor James McDonald, Alan Hynek, just how he operated. It seems to me that he was one of these people who would use, whether it's character assassination or pseudoscience, or even political arguments to get his way. But he did a lot of behind the scenes obsessive work on people.
He did, absolutely. And in terms of what he did with Stanton, the reply from the Hertzberg Institute was telling of the fact that they did believe Klass. They said that they could ill afford to have a UFO investigator who was not at all scientific in his approach, digging into their files. So they made plans to prevent Stanton from doing any kind of UFO research or investigation. Of course, Stanton was a nuclear physicist, master's degree in nuclear physics from the University of Chicago, worked for 14 years.
Yeah, we know Stanton's degrees. So I thought Richard Dolan did this with his wife. And I don't see those videos here. Am I in the wrong one? Oh, here we go. That's the Christmas one. Is he still doing them with what's her name? Cassidy? Here's Chris Bledsoe. Is this also I hate this guy. How many people here believe in this story? Chris Bledsoe, the Chris Bledsoe story. You know, I remember when it first came out, and I said the same thing I'm going to say now. I believe this guy saw something, but not his son. And even in the documentary that I saw, or whatever show it was on where they talked about it and showed the story and everything, they even, I think it was MUFON. Yeah, MUFON, right? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it says MUFON right there. Even they said that his son seemed like he was lying or was just trying to help his old man's story by making up something that he said he saw. Because his son said he saw his father, from what I remember from the story, talking to this alien or something. Like the alien and him were interacting. He could have. But if he would have come out immediately, he didn't. It was just the way he told the story. It didn't jive. He was jittery. It looked like he was having a hard time remembering things, and it didn't match up. Yeah. How can you tell? You know, nobody knows for sure. But I believe this guy's story probably real. See, I'm getting good at that. I'm getting good at pointing at the right place. Now I screwed it up. I just have to point right at it. How did I get that right the first time? See this guy? Right there. All right, let's take a little listen here. I kind of would like to see if I remembered this correctly, if they talk about it.
Yeah. Does that end right? So let's walk our way through back to 2007, if we may. You had this amazing encounter, and there was a big aftermath to it. I mean, this was the encounter that really put you on the map, so to speak, with the UFO world, right? I mean, no one, I don't think, really knew who you were before that, at least in that community. But But and you didn't contact MUFON until a little bit later in the year. So can we just kind of walk through what happened in the aftermath of this experience at the river?
Yes, sir. So let's move forward from that night on the river.
Mm-hmm.
I came home. My wife wasn't home, right? For a couple of days, she was out of town. But when she got home, I haven't told much anyone until she came home. And that's when I started telling her. And I started telling my father and my mother, and just I thought the whole world wanted to know. Well, it didn't take me long to realize that in the South, in the Bible Belt, I was talking something demonic in their eyes, right? For most, so immediately. I thought I don't have this disease anymore. I feel better. I'm not taking medication, and you won't believe what I saw. And I had this. I told MUFON when they came, I thought they were angels. That's what I told them. Because why would they come when I was in need, and now I don't feel sick anymore? And so that didn't sit too well. Nobody could understand it, and my children were so young. My daughter was just 9 years old, a baby, and 3 boys. Junior was the oldest at 17. I have Brian and Jeremy. They're 13 and 14 years old. And my family is very deep. My wife and her family are very deep into the Pentecostal Holiness Church, which are very strict. They don't cut their hair. Of course, my wife does, but her family, her mother, French. She was raised that strict. You don't buy on Sunday.
All right.
Well, she was supportive, but she didn't. I may not be married. I thought that because.
Okay.
Almost to a year later, from the day it happened, January the 7th, it was like, I think the 3rd or so of January when Steve
What
came.
was that? Did he just cut the cheese?
If you will let me come and interview you. If not, we're going to close the case.
Okay.
And this was in December. I saw that email and I thought about it, and I wrote him back. I said, Steve, I'm ready to meet. And he came the first week of January.
Okay.
Almost to a year later, from the day it happened, January the 7th, it was like, I think the 3rd or so of January when Steve came.
Yes. And he did cut the cheese, and you could hear the influx in his voice as it came out of him. He says, we did have the cheese.
December. I saw that email and I thought about it, and I wrote him back. I said, Steve, I'm ready to meet. And he came the first week of January.
Okay.
Almost to a year later, from the day it happened, January the 7th, it was like, I think the 3rd or so of January when.
Yep, he cut the cheese.
During that whole year thing, from the day it happened, January the 7th, it was like, I think the 3rd or so of January when Steve. Was like, I think the 3rd or so.
Okay.
Almost to a year later, from the day it happened, January the 7th, it was like, I think the 3rd or so of January when Steve came. During January when Steve came. And he was like, I think the 3rd or so. From the day it happened, January the 7th, it was like, I think the 3rd or so of January when Steve came. And here's the funny thing. During that whole year, while I locked myself basically in this room and just avoided.
I have the greatest joke, and I can't say it without making people very mad. But damn it, is it funny? See, this is what I keep saying. I'm holding back, and I shouldn't. Well, now that time went back, now that time has gone by, the joke's meaningless. But yeah, I don't think I can hold back anymore, guys. I'm just gonna have to say what's on my mind. Let me just say I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody, but sometimes funny's funny, and you got to say it. So from here on out, gush, jokes.
Everybody, my mother, my dad. I didn't even go to Christmas, and they lived.
So far, we haven't heard of this story. All we hear is the life that happened before. I want to know what happened when you saw this alien. Look, 13 minutes. I haven't heard of one alien thing yet.
Am I right in thinking they did not tell you when that happened?
They didn't tell me.
If that was earlier in the year. Wow.
The kids told me a couple of times that they'd seen lights, but they kept it from me until MUFON came.
Interesting. Wow.
Right.
So the kids actually saw the lights, but never told them they saw them until MUFON came. Yeah, how convenient. You know your father has a serious problem with these abductions, yet you don't tell him? We're seeing the lights too, Dad. You don't make your own father feel better? What a shithead family. Or they didn't see That's why. They didn't see anything. And I'm not believing them now. They waited for MUFON to come over. You see why you can't buy these stories? You pick them apart and you find so much bullshit. It's unbelievable to dig yourself out of. I don't see how. I know what you're going to say. Rich, my God, calm down. It's just, and I said, what did I just say 2 minutes ago? I'm not holding back.
He organized the whole thing, and he brought them in there. And
now this MUFON,
where, and they made me so angry because they treated me like I was
MUFON
a criminal. Questioning and pounding on the desk, and I just told them, "Don't come back to my house if you're not going to treat me with respect. I'm not lying to you." And here's the thing:
even MUFON felt that he was lying about this story. God, I liked MUFON in this investigation, and I think I know why. I can't remember the guy's name. I think it's Enrique or something. He's been with them a very long time. Not anymore, but he was really big. He went to Mexico and debunked Jaime Maussan and his balloons. Hey, he did. I know.
Richard, this is what really bit the put the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
They came in, did this video, this UFO, this show UFOs over Earth, and there was so much evidence that would have proved this thing without any doubt. There was burned circles in my grass. There was evidence from the soil and from the tree and from eyewitnesses, and there were many eyewitnesses, and they didn't care about any of that. All they thought about this guy carrying was to get me on a lie detector so he could set the stage to put doubt in the whole show. He's a disinformation agent, this guy. Worked for the government, some sort of intelligence officer. And I don't mind saying it. He personally he did a hack job on our case. That's what he did.
You feel he was trying to debunk your case?
I know he was. Okay. And that was told to me by somebody from Washington. And I'm not going to say who or how. But
not going to say who or how. It was 13 years ago. See, this guy bothered me I believed him when he was on the TV show because they can edit it. But I'm listening to him now. He believes what he's telling us, it sounds like. I just think that's the way he talks. He doesn't have a normal personality. I remember that about him. He was very odd. Which is, I think, what threw the investigator off. Because he was odd.
Discovery told me they had 100% choice on how they could do the show.
Discovery Channel.
So it was a hack job, and I know it.
We're going to go.
Yes, and Discovery Channel did a hack job on my little humanoid thing. Made me look like I was talking about balloons. I was pissed. And then 10 years after I did, I think it was like 2015, I found one of the guys who was the producer on the show. Oh, yeah, that's the guy. It's do you know the guy who played Gilligan on Gilligan Island? It's his son who was the producer. I can't remember his name. Anyway, I got the DVD. I'll get it later. Yeah, they did a hatchet job on mine because you sign your life away. When Discovery Channel came over and tried to debunk, I was so pissed. I went around when they were leaving, they were giving their conclusion interview, what they thought they found, and I wanted to listen. So I was behind the camera by where my trash cans are, by the side of the house, and I'm peeking around the wall and I'm trying to hear what they're saying. And they heard the rocks move, and the guy turns around, who was one of the producers, and he goes, no, you can't be here for this. I said, I just want to hear what he's going to say about what he thinks he found here. No. And I walked away like an idiot. I walked away. You're on my property in my house. Screw you, I should have said. I'm listening to what he's saying, because what I thought I heard him say is, Rich thinks he caught a humanoid, but we think it's balloons. And then when I saw the video come out, when I saw the actual show come out, they put the balloon video in instead of my humanoid video. I was pissed. 10 years later, I found the guy and I go, why did you guys do that to me? And he goes, I'm trying to remember the case. And I said, it was about the humanoid, And he goes, oh, yeah. He wrote back. And he says, I'll be honest with you. We're just the talking people. We're just hosts of the show. We don't have a final say so what happens, but I'm sorry that happened to you. I didn't know. What am I going to say? He was just the host of the show. What the frig? Yeah. What is that guy's name from Gilligan's Island? Nathan Hale? No, that was the skipper. But it was his son that was the host on the show. He's actually still around doing stuff. Anyway, Discovery Channel's, I don't know what's wrong with them, but I don't trust them for shit. Now I'm hearing it in Chris Bledsoe's story that Discovery Channel wanted to do a hatchet job. That's what everybody says when they have something to hide, Rich. Not me. I have nothing to hide. My proof's in my videos. He doesn't have shit. He's got shit. He drew a picture of an alien that he said he saw.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that was the whole fiasco with MUFON. For the record, I think I mentioned in our previous interview, I did speak, actually I communicated with Jan Harzan before we did our interview. And he just said that, MUFON's conclusion is that your case is an official unknown with them. And that this is his words, but that they considered you to be reputable, credible, and they did not have a conventional explanation for your case. So they give you good marks now for whatever else happened to you over a decade ago. It's worth knowing.
Well, I want to say this. I've never met Jan. In fact, Jan wasn't there when it all happened. It was Carry On, and he didn't stay there very long. I think he did my case, and within 6 or 8 months, he was.
I don't think Carry On is a bad. I think he's the best thing that ever happened to MUFON. I think he's the best. We should find that Jaime Maussan, but it's Discovery Channel. So you guys, somebody said earlier that they're doing more shows with his wife. I tell you what, I don't know about you. I'm done with JFK. My whole life. Who killed JFK? Who shot JR? I had to go through 10 years of that. Remember that? Who shot JR? Some of you don't even know what that means. Look it up. MASH? Remember the ending of that show? That was a really good ending, by the way, MASH. Let's see if him and Christy are still together. What's her name? Susie?
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Nancy?
This week, I wanted to take a minute to talk about what everyone else is talking about. That's the coronavirus COVID-19. I was going to title this something a little bit different than what I ended up with. It was going to be something along the lines of what Tracy and I are doing.
Hey, look!
To deal with it.
He's powered by StreamYard like we are, but he's using the free version. Ah, look at Richie. See, everybody? If some people are saying, and I know one person who's not here right now who said, how come Richard Dolan's doesn't ever freeze up or bottom out or go offline? Really? How do you know? Why is he switching to a free service if his other service was working so well? I love it.
This on a personal level. And we'll talk a little bit about that later, but as I was preparing this, it really turned into something very different. So let me just walk through this with you. Won't take that long, frankly.
Yeah, it's $25 a month, and you really don't get a lot more. You do. You get a lot more if you want to do a lot more, and I like to do as much as I can. So for me, it's worth it. But when you pay the $25 a month, you get rid of this, and you can put your own up there. Hey, how come I didn't do mine? I should make one. What am I doing?
Here's what I'm not going to.
Let's hear what Eyebrows has to say about the corona. See, those eyebrows move all on their own. I think those are two caterpillars riding on top of glasses. I'm serious. I'm not joking at all. Every once in a while, they stand up on their back two legs, and it looks like they're going to batter their heads together. Like now. It looks like two rams about to battle each other. Gosh.
I do. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a medical professional. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a scientist or that I've got this all figured out. I'm not going to discuss all the theories of how this.
Every time his eyebrows go up, I'll go whoop.
Started, whether that be official claims that this all started in an open market that included a lot of wild game, or that it started in a level 4 biolab, or that it was started either by the Chinese or by the Americans or anyone else for that matter. As far as I'm concerned, all I can say is I don't know right now. In terms of its origin, for me,
First of all, I just want to say this might be the first time that me and Richard Dolan said we don't know anything other than what they're telling us when it comes to a subject. This is the first time.
Everything is possible and everything is sus.
Because Richard Dolan knows more than me. All the Hangouts got canceled. You know, I use Hangouts for my job. That's how we talk to each other. My new job. Oh yeah, Hangouts did get canceled, but there is a Hangouts Messenger, I believe that. Well, that's what I use. You can still use Hangouts.
And I certainly won't be affected by.
Richard Dolan's channel was demonetized? No.
By those mainstream media soldiers who keep trying to smack down so-called conspiracy theorists, who support even the possibility that this pandemic could have been created by humans. But I'm equally distant from those people who are convinced it's a false flag of some sort, intentionally designed to create the next big panic. Again, I don't know, and the fact is neither do you.
Whoop.
So maybe in time, we'll get this all figured out, but and we'll get to a conclusion with some confidence.
He kept his eyebrows at half mast. How do you do that? How do you do that, guys? I am so immature.
But right now, I'm just keeping it up in the air.
So he doesn't know either, guys. Nobody knows. Nobody knows anything. That's the problem. You know, nobody knows. We're just going around figuring things out. Let's take a look. Why not? It's Saturday night. What else are you going to do? I know there's probably other things that are interesting. But, it's a goof on world sometimes, what can I say? All right, well, we're going to do this right now. Come on. Okay. Did we already see this? No. Seems things are really slow. All right. This might be interesting. You'll know who it is. Or will you? Hey!
From the International Space Station, we're looking at a still image of a video sent in by Mary. You can see what looks like an object right here. It's going to be moving towards us when we check out the video here in just a second. Also notice the two stripes in the background. That's looking down at the Earth from 250 miles in the sky. Almost looks like Earth has stripes in this video. Very, very unique. Also have another video sent in by Francis of a very obvious unidentified flying object. There's no other way to describe it. It's tumbling through the sky underneath the International Space Station as they're performing a docking maneuver. Very good video clip there. Also have a new picture slideshow I put together of some awesome photos you guys have sent in recently. And I'm working on many, many more. But we're going to start with the video sent in by Mary. I'm just simply titling it A Ship Above the Earth. Looks like it's leaving the Earth's atmosphere, and it's noticeable from the space station. This was taken back in January of 2020, just a few weeks ago. Here's the still image I just shared with you. Notice the two stripes. They look very uniform. And then there's the object, and here it is coming towards us. Let me explain what we're looking at here. I zoomed in, and what I'm doing in the first half of this little video clip is I'm pulling away from the object to kind of give perspective of where we're at and where the object is going. And then I'm going to zoom in really.
See, that's the trick that it took me forever to learn. That's what they do, these guys. They don't show you the original clip first. Have you ever noticed that? They show you what it looks like, either going really fast, a still frame with overlays and saturation, and I say it all the time. That's what they think. That they know you're not going to sit on this video and watch it. Most people only spend, what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes on a video. So he knows he's got to do this work quick. It's the same thing they all do. They all do it.
Really close.
Show me what it
put
looks
in
like
slow
in its
motion.
natural
So there's
form.
the object, whatever it may be. Looks like it's one craft, two lights attached to one object. When we go in really close, you'll see movement in between the two primary lights. Maybe there's secondary lights in the middle. It's difficult to tell because it's quite a ways away, which would imply that whatever that was pretty good size. Don't know the exact dimensions, but I would say at least 500 feet or so.
Come on, show
We're going
me.
to zoom in now and go into slow motion. Notice in the center of these lights, you're going to see a little bit of movement every once in a while, like there's some secondary lights in there. They're kind of difficult to see, but
Yeah, like
it
it's
does look
reflective.
like they are there. These are very bright. And see how they look like they're part of one object? They're moving in perfect unison.
So what could this be? Really? I don't know.
Like they're attached to something bigger, you know.
Satellites, maybe?
Pretty
No,
cool.
I doubt it.
Never seen anything quite like that. Did you see that right there in between the two lights? Looked like a secondary light.
It's weird.
Pretty good size, whatever it is or was. Again, this was taken back in January of 2020, just a few weeks ago. And then it exits out of the field of view. And then what I do is pull back out, and you're looking back down at the Earth again. And there's those large blue stripes that make Earth look like it has rings.
That is really bizarre. Don't you think? Come on, man. Something's going on. What does this mean? What is this? I've never seen anything like it. Ever. They're looking down on the Earth, and right, aren't these clouds? Is this ripping through the clouds? Are these shadows of supposed rings around our planet we don't know of? It could be SpaceX boosters. Exactly right. Oh, Jason. Wait a second. Jason, no, you did earlier too? Didn't you? Thank you so much for that super chat, Jason. That's unbelievable. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you and your family stays healthy and has enough food. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for that. That's a nice super chat. Again, I think you did earlier too, right? 30 or something? Am I wrong? I just want to thank everybody. Thank you so much, Jason. Even in this time, you guys are so grateful. I mean, I'm grateful that we're here. I really didn't think we would ever be going this long on YouTube. I was getting frustrated, almost gave up. We were going back to Spreaker. But a lot of things seem to be, I don't know, weird. But I can't thank you enough for your support and everybody else's. Everybody here, thank you. Times like these, like Linda Moulton Howdy Doody said, we all need to come together, right? No matter what it takes, show support. Just like me, I couldn't do it. Didn't have anything to say about Linda Moulton Howdy Doody, just being herself with her cat in these times. See, that's the thing. We take things for granted. I do all the time. I've been that way my whole life. I don't need to go to the doctor. We're going to have to cut your arm off now. It's going to be like that someday. 'Cause I'm very dumb, scared, don't want to go to that's what it is. No, it really isn't. It's just time consuming to go to the doctor. When can I go? I always had jobs where I worked in the morning till late, but can't take the day off. Doctors should take a day off during the week and work a Saturday or Sunday. Forget your family. Get those single doctors out with no families. Or they alienated their families. All right, I got to get back to work. Thank you, Jason. I don't know what I'm saying.
Kind of like the rings of Saturn or something,
I don't
but we
know
have
what that
rings on
means.
the Earth. And those are very uniform. Once again, they don't look like random clouds. And then I just simply pull away from the object, kind of where we started, and there it is, whatever it may be. But good observation sent in by Mary. And again, that was noticed back in January of 2020. This one is from March, just a few days ago. Video sent in by Francis. And you're going to see an object come through really fast from left to right. Then I'm going to slow it down and we're going to go in really, really close.
Yippee.
And what's going on here is a docking maneuver. This craft here is going to dock with the space station down here. And as it's approaching, you're going to see an object go very quickly across the screen. I'll slow down and zoom in really close. And you can see, you see it go right there? Looks like it's tumbling. And it appears to be white. Doesn't look like a light or two lights. It's just a solid white object. See it right there? And it looks like it's kind of rotating. It reminds me of that Tic Tac right there.
Oh my God, I swear. I'm going to, and then if I hear tick, it's just, but, that was me. I was joking. I was cutting up that, see? It's taken a while for me to get that down. It's not that easy to cut out and continue the words.
Especially. I'm going to go in and actually stop pretty much on top of it as it's going underneath the space station.
Hey, did you notice?
That's the space station, right?
Did you notice? Did you notice right as it turned to the top of the hour, we got hit with the blast that would usually knock us off the stream? I know you saw it. I watched the replays when it happens frequently. If I wasn't on this StreamYard, we would have had 2 streams drop tonight. Right at the beginning of the show, just like they always try to. 5 minutes in, I don't know if it's because the internet's getting all, for the new hour. Maybe there's a reset or it's the next day in New York. I don't know. But I don't know if you saw that, but we would have been knocked out. All right. Are you angry? Scared? Confused? Me too. So hard times, guys. Got to try to keep our minds off it just for a little bit. That's what we're doing here tonight. I figured I want to take my mind off it because every time I look at my own video, I get mad. I'm on the internet. I see another coronavirus update and another White House announcement. And Trump looks like something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. He's not telling us everything. I can tell his body language isn't one of confidence right now. It's one of concern. He's slunched over a little more. You can tell. It's almost as if when the astronauts gave their press conference after they came back from the moon, the very first one, and they all looked like they didn't want to be there. That's how Trump is looking. Meanwhile, everybody else looks like they think Trump's got it. They look okay. They're all sitting there smiling. Trump's like, thank you for coming out today. America's really pulling together. Strong. We'll come through. We'll get through this, he says. Didn't sound very confident to me. He sounded dejected. Like, what is going to happen to my beloved country, the world? God, I don't know if it's come to that, but he definitely looks like he's hiding something. And we're going to do, maybe tomorrow I'll do another show just for the hell of it. I don't know. I want to just get my mind off things. So that's why I'm doing the show tonight. Let's do this for a little longer.
Here we go again as it's moving from left to right, and I slow it down even slower as this thing was
I get messages every now and then off the YouTube. I get them on the Facebook Messenger. People are watching. So I was just answering some questions, basically, in case you were wondering. I don't know if you were.
Going at an incredible speed. See it right there? Kind of reminds me of that Tic Tac rotating from side to side. Maybe it's a large piece of space debris. Maybe it's a satellite. It's very close to the space station, whatever it was. Let me pause it right there. See what I mean? The Tic Tac shape, very difficult to tell here because it was going at such a high rate of speed. And it's difficult to tell even how close it was.
At one point, it looks like that object takes a nosedive. Like it's let's say it's like 250 miles up. Then it looks like maybe it was going underneath this, but it looked like it took like a 50-mile dip in an instant, didn't it? You know what I mean? Do you see that where it looks like it goes down?
From side to side. Maybe it's a large piece of space debris. Maybe it's a satellite. It's very close to the space station, whatever it was.
Right
Let me
here.
pause it right there. See what I mean?
Right
the
before
Tic Tac
that.
shape, very difficult to tell here. It's very close to the space station, whatever it was. Let me pause it right there. See what I mean? The Tic Tac.
Right before he stops it, the frame before, it looks like it's
debris. Maybe it's a satellite.
The frame before he
it's
stops
very
it.
close to the space station, whatever it was. Let me pause it right there. See what I mean? The Tic Tac shape, very difficult to tell. Photos that have been sent in here recently. Mark from Omaha, Nebraska. Looks like a ship moving through the sky, visible from down on the ground. How about that? Great photograph out of Omaha. Photo here sent in by Nathal from the Afton Mountains in Virginia.
Wow.
This big, impressive cloud structure was not only noticed in Virginia, but you're going to see another picture of this same cloud structure out of Kentucky. And I think it had to have been from the same day. Two different people here from Red out of Ashland, Kentucky. See how it's got the same long trails coming out of it? And there's the body of the cloud there that looks like a big roll cloud or a shelf cloud. And it's got those giant fingers coming off of it. Just an amazing cloud structure that probably extended for a few hundred miles. And there you can see what's left of it as it.
First of all, that did not extend for a few hundred miles. That looked like it extended probably 30, 40.
Was dissipating. Ryan from Amsterdam, about as orange of a sky as you can possibly get. Almost a pastel color. Just incredible. Scott and Jennifer noticed some colorful clouds around the sun, and then inside the cloud, tucked in right there, almost looks like some sort of a ship with blue lights. Yeah.
How come he goes away from the UFO in the clouds? Why does he go away from that? It looks like she captured what looks like a ship. That's it. Very strange how he does that. He talks about things that are irrelevant longer than you should and things that are relevant less than you should.
Notice some colorful clouds around the sun, and then inside the cloud, tucked in right there, almost looks like some sort of a ship with blue lights.
4 seconds.
And then here from Fresno, California, Stacy, notice what looks like a big colorful triangle in the sky.
That was one of the most beautiful clouds I've ever seen. What are you doing, dude? This was amazing. Fresno, the meth capital of the world. Well, now it isn't anymore.
Here from Fresno, California, Stacy. Notice what looks like a big colorful triangle in the sky. Stacy from South Louisiana. Big halo around the sun. Very intense halo from Southern Louisiana. Look at that. This was sent in by Tara T on a webcam from Northwest Florida.
Oh, that just reminded me. We got to do All Things Exist.
And Tara's from Mississippi, and she noticed what looks like some sort of an unusual craft that was spotted on this webcam. And it doesn't look like a helicopter, any type of conventional airplane, big or little. It's got some unique lights on it. Appears to be a beam of light coming out to the left. And it was in one frame on that webcam from Northwest Florida. Sunset by Philly B777. Big Island, Hawaii, Rob and Kara. Spaceship-looking clouds above the mountains there. Those are called lenticulars. They look like discs stacked on top of one another. Ireland, W. McKee Plumbing. Look at that. Big beams coming up over the horizon. Mike T from right out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Big halo around the sun with a sundog off to the right. Clem T from Sunset Beach. Gigantic orange cloud at Sunset, Colorado. Andrew. Notice what looks like some sort of a triangle setting up there in the sky. Harbin Hot Spring, North Carolina. Banyan T. Some colorful clouds in the sky with some very unique friends over here off to the left. Don't even know how to describe those things. They look like tubes in the sky. Just an amazing photograph here sent in from North Carolina. Canary Islands, Giovanna. Awesome double-decker rainbow. Almost looks like you can reach out and touch that. Once again, from the Canary Islands. Oceanside, California, J.F. Thompson stopped his golf game to take a photo of this incredible double-decker rainbow right by his golf clubs.
Wow.
Look at that. That one he could literally walked over to. Just amazing. Jenny R. Looks like some sort of a rod in the sky or something, some sort of a structure. Texas Radar, Larry J. Noticed some unusual signatures on the radar a few days ago in the central Texas area. Cimarron, New Mexico. Photo by R.G. Hickman,
Looks like a
sent in
fire
by
in the
Lee
sky.
Sieglitz. And they call that the land of enchantment. Look at that. Incredible photograph. Nathan out of Washington. Purple and pink sky. In fact, that's about as pink as you can possibly get. Lydia out of West Cape, South Africa.
Let's try to guess what he says here. We got 2 bright orbs or these holes in the clouds. Interesting photograph here. Real sexy photograph.
Very ominous looking sky
That's
there.
it. That's all he says. And it looks like, now, we don't know what he's going to say here, but I'm going to take a guess and say, looks like we got a triangle craft in here from Lydia in West Cape, South Africa. Nice triangular shaped craft there. Real defined. Beautiful picture. Sexy lady.
And this one here looks like there's a white triangle light up in the sky above those thin clouds. Pretty obvious to me. I mean, that's what it looks like. Here's a darker looking triangle noticed by...
Here, this looks like we got a double-breasted cloud of triangles here from Mark in Kansas. Real sexy guy. Sexy photograph too.
Mark out of Kansas, up by the sun. There's a...
Here, it looks like we got a huge triangular shape. What a great photograph from Mark again. By the way, Mark's real sexy, in case you haven't heard. Great sexual photograph. Gonna have sex with it right after this. Great going, Mark.
A bigger version, maybe of the same cloud or same object that was in the sky.
Mark again. I can't stop from jerking. Mark here with a great photograph of what looks like, I don't know, like popcorn clouds or something. Here, you see the sun back there reflecting off the water. This is where Mark committed suicide before he sent me here 3 pictures from Kansas. Thank you, dead Mark.
And then he took this photograph here, which is just simply incredible. They make paintings after photographs like this. The sky is reflecting perfectly.
Unbelievable. I didn't even watch this video. How do I know my guy? Do I know my guy? I know my guy. Look, it's 9/11. The time right now is 9/11. Everybody, get under your desks. Go. Hey, Reese, can I take over the show? Are you under the desk? Oh, hey, Reese. Hey, Reese, you can stay under the desk all night. All right, give me this.
Of that body of water, that lake or pond
joke,
right
bad
there.
joke.
Perfect mirror
All
image.
things exist, coming
Awesome
right up.
photograph. And here we've got a very unique set of airplanes flying through the sky. Don't see those very often, do you?
I hardly see any airplanes anymore because I'm thinking of Mark. Mark sending me all those great pictures before he jumped off that bridge. Good going, Mark. Sent me another picture of an airplane. Never seen one of those. Don't want to see one again. Looks like another odd-looking craft to me. If you ain't know.
Look at that. Photo sent in by Nathan. If you guys are new to the
channel, jerk off and subscribe right here. All right. All things exist coming up. Let me get the heck out of here before I lose my senses. Gosh. Bring it in, guys. Bring it in. Toot toot. Bring it. Bring it back. You're bringing in the existence of all things. You understand that. What are you doing? Dun 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 dun. Big shitty sister. What do you got? Does this sound like takeoff to you? Or is it just me? Well, let's see what you got here, hacker. Guys, if you didn't have dog hearing, you wouldn't have heard it. Great going. Hey, Mr. MBB33333333. How you doing, Rich? Gonna check out some videos here with you? Don't mind if I do. Go right ahead. Hey, what are you doing? How many subscribers you got? Well, I've got about as many as you. 379,000. That's pretty good. I got 355. I'm catching up to you. Yeah, well, the kids are trying to get their own channel. Would you guys just shut up? What the hell is this? Someone's in a bad mood. Shut up. All right, let's see. What the hell is this? Because we could use some humor about humor. Are you going to have humor? What the hell what are we looking at? Is this some kind of floor? Is this a picture of a cock? I don't know. I've never seen a penis. What is this? Something's wrong with this cake. Her brother, wait, this was the cake at my brother's birthday party. He's 6. 6! I made that up. I'm just kidding. Well, some 6-year-olds are a little more adept to take that kind of activity, Rich. Ask my kids. No, fight me. Fight me. It's kind of white trashy. Sneezing a couple of months ago. Bless you. Sneezing right now. Not that funny. I always wonder what's out there. Okay. Well, that's a beautiful picture of some mountainous area there. Ah, here we go. It's some all things exist. Richie. It wasn't me. I didn't say it. It was Mr. BB33. Wow. This is beautiful. By the way, this is taken from a 1080 high def 1080p Windowsill camera. That's right. It's on the windowsill. There's actually no investigations going on. Nobody's awake. Can you imagine not being awake as you're doing your research? How do you know what I mean? Could be anything, but we'll never know. Can you hear it? No. Why not? It's in the house, I think. Oh, that's right, because somebody could come by and steal it. Do you know what direction it came from? I think we're looking north west. Well, I don't know because she doesn't have any information on it. True. Does anybody know where this is facing? No. Exactly. It could be anything, guys. This is not real research. This is why we talk about it. This is awful. This is somebody who's getting traction. Somebody who might be lying, but we don't know, but publicly stated that George Knapp wants to meet her, which won't happen now. Who wanted to meet her and analyze the footage that she captured on a windowsill camera. Yeah, George Knapp wants to meet you. If that's true at all he's thinking is, I'm banging that. That's all George Knapp's thinking about. I'm banging that. That's all. That's what he's thinking. Oh my God, can I just say something really? This bothers me. So the celebrities, I know some of you think it's cute, but the celebrities are all getting together. Well, they got together and they made a song. No, scratch that. They sang the John Lennon song as like, everybody, let's be together type of shit. What they didn't realize is it's a song that has to do with the Nazis. I don't know what song that is. I can't remember. It was on the tip of my tongue. That's why I started talking about it, because I remembered. Now I forgot. Brownie. All things exist. Look, ain't no what why would I want? Oh, this looks kind of new, guys. Let's see if we can hear anything. Okay. Wow, a whole bunch of nothing. There it is again, that same thing. Oh no. What are we looking at, guys? Is that a real UFO? Whole bunch of nothing at the end. You get to see these artifacts. I admit, I mean, some of these are weird. Right? Doesn't it look like it just disappears? But then you see something fall down. See, here's what I'm going to tell you. I figured it out. Okay, I figured it out. I know what's going on over here. I figured it out. Check it out. After today, if she watches this video, it'll change. But for now, between you and me, you know what she's doing? Somebody lives. What is this? Do you see this? What is that? It's weird. Orange is bleeding in. Orange is bleeding into my eye. It's so bizarre. But I figured it out. You guys are going to love this. Where's Chuck Bam? I know you're not going to like this. He's going to be upset because he's in love with her. You ready? You want to hear what's going on with this? How I know what's going on? The brownie gave me every thought possible tonight, thank God, except for the first hour. Because that's when I took it a goosh all over the microphone. I figured it out. I'm turning into a zombie. Look at that. That's bizarre. I'm green tonight too, which is weird. And my teeth are falling out. All right, I figured it out. Let me show you, then I'll tell you. Watch. And this is on a lot of them. Watch. It comes from, let's say, left to right, and then it goes down, right? Left to right. So remember that. Whoa. Did she block me or something? Wasn't that weird? Yeah, big cock bread. Yeah, cock cake. Very funny. All right, here it is. Remember, let me get this bigger. Remember what I said before. Remember the other one was right to left. Why won't this play? I wonder if she took it down. All right, here's this. Look, left to right. Right? Comes out of the same part in the sky. Almost identically. Watch. See the tree? See that little hole there? I think this is the same tree we get down here. Watch. No, the other one. But look, it comes out from there. There's the tree. Just moved a little bit. Unless this is a different camera. I don't know. It doesn't, I can't tell. It's a different camera, it looks like. Let's see if it's on this one. What are we looking at? Oh, that thing? Oh, give me a break. That's a leaf or something. Let's see here. From left to right. See? From left to right again. Here's the palm tree. That's the top of it. So I figured it out. You want to know? Look, here's 4 videos. Watch. From left to right. Here it comes from here. So she has a freaking neighbor who lives over there. Or it's an airport. And that's what it is. She is by the airport. That's why we get to see all these. These are just airplanes taking off, and she's by the airport. Pretty much everybody who lives in Las Vegas is by the airport. I mean, it's not that far away from the Strip and Las Vegas, although you may think it's huge. Really, the airport's centralized pretty much. That's all it is. That's why they all come from left to right. What an idiot. How did I not figure that out? What am I, an idiot? Yeah, here I am thinking, well, it's just, some of them are bugs and things like that, of course, because the infrared, there's something about it that attracts bugs. It just does. You're going to tell me, no, it does. Remember the other night? Remember when I talked about the law of attraction? Funny how she talked about it the next day. Scary cloud face. See? Pareidolia. That's all she does. It's all she's about. Pareiduliac. A lot of stuff we haven't. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Let me go back. Oh, I apologize. A little scary face. Looking down. Hold the thought for just 17 seconds and the law of attraction kicks in. That's the one that goes from left to right. I did not survive drinking Everclear as a teenager to get taken out by a virus named after a beer. Isolated audio from my backyard Skycam. Prepare to be freaked out. Ooh, well, where is it? Oh, the tweet's unavailable? Go figure. Light formation and crazy sounds. Where? 6-second clip? There's nothing happening. Anyway, Chuck Bam isn't here, is he? He left. He couldn't wait. He's missed it out. He's missed out on it. Oh my God. It has a skin bandage. Wow. Crooked crosses. Wow, you are so deep. You are so deep that the airport is your UFO central. Here comes another one. Watch, I bet it. Oh, it's the opposite. Coming in for a landing, and another one's taken off. But, because it's windy, they could be using a different runway. That happens a lot in Arizona. Whoa, another one in the same path. Oh, it's the same video. Yeah, that's been up for a while. Anyway, that's Big Loser, Sister. All right, let's get that out of there. Gush. It's a beautiful sky, isn't it? It really is. What are we going to do, guys? We all go to bed every night. We're still in the mode where we think nothing is happening, but we know something is. Something's lurking. That's what it feels like. It feels like something is lurking, that something is happening, but that something is about to happen even more. Oh, I saw an article, another one, that says there is a second strain of the coronavirus, and the second one is deadly. That's what I said. All right. So this came from Closer Encounters. I want to thank you for this, sending me a link to the coronavirus update. Let me pull this over for you guys as soon as it loads up. I think before we get out of here, it's still loading. I did something stupid while it was loading. I got impatient. All right, let's take a look-see. Cases, 308,245. Deaths, 13,000. Recovered, 95. So basically you got 100,000 cases still floating around. Well, China said that this is the second article that came out from China saying there's a second strain that follows with the first one. I don't know if that's true either, but that is how it works a lot. Active cases, yeah, a couple, 200,000 I meant. Closed. Do they have a celebrity chart? I would like to know celebrity because they're so important. I don't know. It's funny because celebrities, soon as they like Gail Gadot, Wonder Woman, Gail who's hot. Gail Gadot had no reason to go get checked out for the coronavirus, had no symptoms, said she felt fine, and wanted to go on YouTube to let everybody know. Everybody's trying to stay relevant during these times because they're not working. What is this? New deaths. We have the most, 46. Is that right? 6 in the Philippines. Wait a minute. There's no new deaths in all the other countries? 60 total new deaths and 6 in the Philippines. Most of them come from us, the US. This doesn't seem like it's that bad. New cases, 46. Look, we have 2,600. Almost as many people that died on 9/11 are now with virus. $40 new cases in Colombia. Hey, Rich, look, 48 new cases in Mexico. Mama! Tacos! Tacos! She don't listen here to go, I know, my mom's the same way. All right. Well, we know where we can get our information. Gush. Gush. You got a link? Oh, to the website? I had it. Let me get it for you. Hold on a second. Here's the link to the website. Your sister's ass. Let me pull it up. It's taking its time. Here's the link. There you go. Anytime. It's a long linky dink, isn't it? Well, a lot of things going on in this world right now. And imagine this. Here's something that none of us are talking about. What would happen if there was an earthquake or even a hurricane? I doubt it would happen now, but it's not hurricane season for another few months. But what if something catastrophic like that happens? Well, how will we be able to survive that? Well, I tell you what'll happen. If it happens, we will act accordingly. I guess we'll just do what we have to do like we've always done. If there was an earthquake that happened in California, now's the time to do it. I mean, kick them when they're down. Jesus. If an earthquake did happen, man alive, that would be awful. What are we going to do? A lot of the hospitals are taken up in California. Yeah, there really wouldn't be any horrible earthquakes except for California. So there, anything can happen. Maybe the government, listen to this. How come we're not talking about the global fires, global warming? Because, Rich, this is what's going on. The virus is the thing we got to focus on every second of the day. Really? Do I really need to focus on this every second of the day? Remember 9/11? For 2 weeks, that's all we talked about. Straight. Oh, did you see the videos? Oh, I can't believe it. It looks like a demolition. Did you see this? Did you see that? Every day it was something new was coming up. Same thing with this. I get it. But I'd rather get, I don't know. If they want to have some sort of normalcy in our lives, make it normal for us. Stop talking about Corona for a second. All right, let's talk about sports. Can't. Shut down. Why? Corona. How about that new movie? No. Why? Shut down. Nobody's going to the movies. Why? Corona. Yeah. Did you see that Van Halen? Nope. Nobody's having any concerts. Really? Yeah. Why? Corona. So everything's around Corona. Did you work last week? No. Why? I'm at home. They have us in lockdown. Why? Corona. Everything leads to Corona. Everything leads to it. So what do we have left? We have this. Me and you tonight talking. We've got the internet, a lot of stuff you can watch on TV. Fandango was the name of that app that I was talking about, where you can download movies, new movies, things that are in the theater right now. You can, they're expensive too. I wanted to watch The Invisible Man, and it was $20. They want you to buy or rent it for 30 days. Well, you look at Jumanji, that new Jumanji one, and you could rent it for $5.99. So why can't I rent The Invisible Man? And they're giving it a really good write-up. They said it's very, very good plot, very good story. It does look good. And what's her name? Moss? Kate Moss's daughter, is that her? She looks like she can do really, she looks like she's going to be around for a while. Is that Kate Moss's daughter for real? So, okay. Here's a story that just popped up. Study finds unexpected coronavirus symptoms that could be the first sign of infection. Oh, yeah, digestive issues. Pay attention. You can have digestive issues. Here's another one. the loss of your taste and your smell. Yeah, you don't taste anything. It's like somebody sprayed nickel on your mouth or something. So those are the symptoms to look out for. Baltimore's locked down. Military vehicles and troops appear on city streets. Let's see what Buzz Aldrin has said about the coronavirus. I don't know about this guy, man. As the second man on the moon, Buzz Aldrin was subject to a few back before we knew our most prominent satellite was a cold, dead world not filled with microbes that could attach themselves to. All right. So, though he's going through it all well, Aldrin is 90, which obviously puts him at a high risk. So how's he coping with it? How is he social distancing himself? Lying on my he says, lying on my ass and locking the door. The answer came when ARS Technique's Erica Berger spoke to Aldrin on Tuesday and asked him for his advice about what we're all going through at the moment with COVID-19. Why is Buzz Aldrin going to give us advice? Please. Buzz Aldrin. Can't believe he's 90. He doesn't look a day over 92. Oh, Kenny Rogers died, man. That sucks. Yeah, poor Kenny. He was 81. Yeah, Kenny Rogers was really cool back in the 70s, remember? Mid 70s, early 80s. Him and Dolly Parton were the shit. You gotta know when to fold 'em. Know when to hold 'em. Know when to walk away. You got to count your money. Yeah, that sucks, Kenny Rogers. Lady, you are my light and shining armor, and I love you evermore. Lady. What was the other song that he sang? He sang a bunch of them, right? You picked a fine time to... Oh, no, that's Kenny Rogers, isn't... No, that's Kenny Rogers Roasters Restaurant. Very good. The Gambler, yep. Why does Dolly have small feet? I want to look something up real quick here. Kenny Rogers, can you believe he's dead? Dead! Italy's coronavirus deaths jumped by almost 800. God almighty. Italy's getting hit. Why is Italy getting hit so bad? You know? Why does Russia, with the population of 144 million, have fewer coronavirus cases than Luxembourg? They got it under control. That's what it says here. Vladimir Putin said this week his country managed to stop the mass spread of coronavirus and that the situation was under control thanks to an early and aggressive measures to keep more people from getting the disease. Does Russia have coronavirus under control? According to information released by Russian officials, Putin's strategy seemed to have worked. The number of confirmed Russian coronavirus cases is surprisingly low, despite Russia sharing a lengthy border with China. I said that yesterday. And recording its first case back in January. The numbers are picking up, though, but Russia, a country of 146 million, has fewer confirmed cases than Luxembourg, with just 253 people infected. Russia's early response measures, such as shutting down its 2,600-mile border with China as early as January 30th and setting up quarantine zones, may have contributed to the delay. Vladimir Putin responded to criticism over the number of recorded cases. The Director General of WHO said Test. Dr. Melita Vujovanik, the World Health Organization's representative in Russia, told CNN Thursday. Well, Russia started that literally at the end of January. I forget how to do my Russian. Vujanovic said Russia also took a broader set of measures in addition to the testing. Testing and identification of cases, tracing contacts, isolation, these are all measures that the WHO proposes and recommends, and they were in place all the time, she said. And the social distancing is the second component that really also started relatively early. Saturday, it had run more than 156,000 coronavirus tests in total in Russia. By comparison, according to CDC figures, the United States only picked up the pace in testing at the beginning of March, a full month and a week later than Russia. While Russia says it has been testing in mass since early February, including in airports, focusing on travelers from Iran, China, and South Korea. By the way, South Korea is really doing something we need to pay attention to, everybody. South Korea, North Korea? Korea. North Korea, I believe it is, just launched their third missile test this month already. Testing out long distance rocketry and things of that nature. That's got my ears up right now, and nobody's talking about it. Yeah, North Korea, they're getting ready to do something. I think they actually have a rocket that can reach the west coast of the United States. If I'm wrong, but that's how I remembered it. If that's the case, that may be the catastrophe that I was talking about. Because if there is one, any catastrophe in the United States, forget it. Would it spread the coronavirus? Yeah, probably a little bit. Depends on where it hit and what happened, right? Yeah, I don't know. What's that? Let me see. I see something I wanted to read. I love how in the US, the celebrities here, they have no problem getting a corona test, as they keep saying on TV. Oh, we don't have enough yet. Yeah, they're healthy. Okay? They're healthy, and they're just going to get the test just to see if they have it without having any symptoms or anything. Instead of old people, oh my gosh. Sorry, Grandma. But Gail Gadot, she was scared she might have the virus. No symptoms, Grandma. I know you've been sick for a week. How old are you? 81? Oh no. I hope there's no more tests. That was the last one. Gail Gadot, she took it. She took your test for no reason, Grandma. I don't know if you have it, but I think you do. Can you quarantine my grandma? Yeah, quarantine her, please. I think she's going to die. Grandma, you're not going to die. I think she's dead. Grandma. Gail Gadot killed Grandma. I love these celebrities, right? God, I hate them. But I think you might do the same thing if you were a celebrity, right? Stay relevant. You have to. Because any movie you make isn't coming out for a year. Because you're not going to start shooting a movie in 3 months. Takes what, 6 months to a year to make a movie, sometimes longer. What I hope doesn't happen is that something happens in December and ruins the release of what's that movie? Pandora, where they go to Pandora. What's that movie called? Yeah, my mother's still making meatballs. Well, not now. She just shut down about 45 minutes ago. Yeah, she makes meatballs all day. That's all she does. The meatballs. She does about 250 meatballs a day. Well, we don't have. Ma! Oh, she went out. She went to go. Where? Oh, she went to the community center. They're only allowing 10 people at the community center, but they're going to play bingo from 10 to 1. I know. My ma, as old as she is, playing bingo so late. People are going to listen to this part. Nobody's ever going to listen to this part, but they're going to think my mother lives with me, makes me meatballs, smacks me in the head. Oh, that's true, except for the last one. First one, she doesn't live with you. Me. What? I think we got to go. I don't want to go. I'm afraid to go. I'm not going to wake up. You know, I actually feel the best I've ever felt. I haven't felt this good in a long time. And the coronavirus is spreading like, oh, not a wildfire, but it's spreading. All right, let me see what else I can drum up here to talk. There is something else I do want to talk about. I just can't remember what it is. So I'm talking and buying time as I try and hope that my memory comes back to me. So I'm gonna have to spend a little time. Tell the joke? No, there is no joke. Joke? What joke, Troy? Joke? All right, let's do this. A year ago today. Hold on. I really wish I could play some of these clips because some of them are really great for the show. Oh, I do have one to show you. Let's go back a year ago. I'm not going to, you'll know what it is the first second you hear it. But we're going to go back a year ago and see where we were. That wasn't supposed to happen. Might as well just show you. Let's go back a year ago and see where Secure Team 1 year ago today. Oh, I'm already there. Let's go back a year. Come on, computer. Oh, humanoid. 1 year ago. This is it. We got to go back a little further. All right. Let's go. Let's see what happened a year ago. Doesn't that feel good? Hey guys, this is Tyler coming at you live from jail.
Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So I have some strange UFO sightings that I want to show you guys today. Now, if you remember earlier in the week, I posted a video about this mysterious sighting that occurred over the UK, just south of Gloucester. If you remember, it was a couple of planes, two different pilots who were out in the evening around 8 o'clock at night doing some training exercises, when at one point, both pilots spotted this mystery red light off in the distance. One of the pilots even swung around trying to get closer to the light to get a better shot. But according to his testimony, the strange mystery light evaded the planes. It was between 5,000 and 7,000 feet. Sometimes the object would sit still. Other times it would move and evade the plane as they tried to approach it. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link down below. And you're seeing that original Facebook post by the pilots at this airport, posted at their official Facebook page. And you guys can check that out. But we have some new footage here also over England of yet another mystery red light that we are now trying to figure out.
Jak to się robi ten? Jak się filmik robi? Ty?
Kasia,
Co?
jak to przybliżam. Jezu.
Okay, so this was recorded, posted to YouTube on February 22nd. And we don't really have any further information as to exactly where this was. Now, I don't know what this is. I want to put the word out to you guys, try to figure it out. But we've been seeing a lot of these red lights lately. And as you can see in this video, this light seems to be just sitting completely still in the sky. I don't know what the deal is with these red lights, but we've been seeing a lot of them. We have the pilots over England spotting the strange red light that was evading them. Then we have this new piece of footage here. And then we also had a sighting that I actually previously was going to mention, but had gotten sidetracked, where over the Philippines, there had been yet again another mystery glowing red light that was just totally freaking people out. And there was a news report about it that you're seeing here.
Samantala, hinihinalang UFO o Unidentified Flying Object po ang kakaibang ilaw na namataan naman sa kalangitan sa Pulupandan, Negros Occidental. Ano kaya ang tingin ng mga eksperto dito? Panoorin po natin ito.
Ilaw na lulubog, lilitaw at gumagalaw. UFO raw o Unidentified Flying Object. Yan ang itinimbre sa programang Kapuso Mo Jessica Soho ng isang residente ng isang baryo sa Pulupandan, Negros Occidental. Ang misteryosong ilaw, madalas daw.
And while I'll just go ahead and not play the audio because it's not in English, I'll put the link to it down below. But apparently over the Philippines, there has been a wave of these mystery red UFOs, or lights in the sky, that have been happening for years. And it seems to come in waves, specifically over the Philippines. But this news report was posted February 17th. So all of these different sightings are happening relatively within the same time frame. February 17th, February 22nd, just a week ago, the story about the two pilots above England. And so, yeah, I wanted to show you guys this new footage.
Hey, Will, I saw you saying that this was a DUI checkpoint, but it's up here in the trees. This thing here is. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Yeah, this is what happened a year ago.
From an airliner. So someone was up in a plane flying, a photographer, and during one of the photos, as they were snapping them, one after the other very quickly, they noticed this very strange streak of light moving just at the top of the front.
Yeah, that's called a... Anyone? Shooting star. Good one.
Frame. It happened very quickly, and they were wondering when they posted it to YouTube whether this was a legit UFO. Really lucky to capture these things on video. We get more videos of them quickly because we've been seeing these things over the years. And that photo reminded me of, you're seeing here, captured back in 1966. And there is a treasure trove of these vintage UFO photographs that you can look up online. But this was snapped above an airport in Zurich, Switzerland, where people had noticed these two...
It's not Zurich, it's Zurich. Jerk off. Yeah, now he just shows. I remember that. All right, so he just repeats. See, he's very regiment about the channel. He repeats all the stories 3 times. That's what you're supposed to do. I know Third Phase of Moon had some new ones. Coming up now is a picture that I received from a listener to the show. So let me pull up this picture. He says this is possibly a picture of a guy on a cell phone from 1955, I believe, but let me pull it up. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and do. Oh, this is right in my way. Unbelievable. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up another way. Where are you, dude? Unbelievable. I never X'd out of you and you're not here. So now it's making me. All right, guys, I just got to pull it up. Here it is. What is this? Respond to friend request. I thought we were friends on Facebook. Confirm. Is this you? Yeah, it is you. I'm confirming. It didn't take it. Send message? Because we're already friends. No. Here we go. All right. So let me get this ready. Hold on. Was watching TCM channel. He was watching the TCM channel. After the movie, there was short clips about kids diving into the pool back in 1957. It was just like, somebody videotaping children diving into a pool. It was captured on a short clip, and there's a time traveler of a guy standing by the pool talking on a cell phone. Now, I saw the pic. I know what I think I see. But he said, oh, nay, it is not. And we'll talk about that. Let me get this up in the right manner. This is kind of interesting. Hold on. I got to bring it on over. Let me get rid of this. Open that. Let me get rid of this while we're here. Good. All over the internet you go. Now we're going to bring it over. Here we go. It's being weird tonight. Why isn't it going? Screw you then. I'm just going to leave. Now. All right. Let me get there. Here we go. Didn't realize that was on. This is the video. There he is. Oh, wait a second. See, I saw this on my cell phone. This is the first time I watched it on the big TV. Why would a time traveler be there, though? Hold on. So I said, I think there's a bag. I thought this was a bag. It's a shadow of his elbow. But I thought he was holding on to the strap of a bag. You know how you do with your thumb? But he's like, no. And he said, let me pull. Oh, now I can't see it. I hate this day. Let me pull it up here, see if I can get it pulled up on this. I thought it was just going to be there. It's not. Is it? It is? Well, now I got this up, so it doesn't matter. Here we go. He said, that's not a bag. That's a shadow from his elbow. WTF. The guy has a bag to his face, he says. And yes. Oh, never mind. So what is this guy doing? Take a look again. I'll play it a few times. My thing is, oh, I see what you're saying. The guy was there just randomly. This wasn't anything. This wasn't a commercial video. This was just somebody videotaping or capturing kids diving. This had nothing to do with the guy. He was just there in the background. Let's take another look. Sure does look like he's talking, doesn't it? Oh my God, you know who it is? Holy crap, I think I'm right. I'm not joking. That's George Michael from Wham! That's him. Maybe he is getting ready to take a drag on a cigarette. I mean, what's the most obvious thing? It's a time traveler. Well, the weird thing is this has to be a commercial made for entertaining purposes or teaching purposes. That guy wouldn't be in the background of a serious documentary or anything. I know at that time I don't know, something weird about him there. Why he's there. Damn it, I wanted to stop it right on a certain spot. Hand disappears. He's not even there. This is fake. He was just put there. Yep, it's an underlay of an overlay. I don't see any right here. It's like thick shadowing. I'll have to get my kaleidoscope out. Take a look. I don't know. Anybody would take a drag off a cigarette that way. Yeah, I don't know. It does look like he is on the it definitely, yeah, right there it looks like he's holding a phone to his head. Why would this guy, let's take a look at the environment. There's some sort of chair here. He's probably the he could be the, what do you call it, the lifeguard on duty in a very small chair and high dive. I don't know why he would be this low because you have to see the entire pool. And you got some lounge chairs here. The name of the place here. Oh, this is what's weird. A big white wall. Just, is this a door to a bathroom? Oh, is that a handle? Oh, that's the board. This is going to make me sick. That's the picture I want to see. That's George Michael. See, his hand is too far away from his head. Or now I see what looks like a finger in his ear. I don't know. There's a joke there. By the way, that's an awful dive. I don't know. Really weird. She did look hot. Oh, that's a kid. I just saw the hair blowing. Look at this. It's terrible. These legs go over that. See, for me, that takes 2 points. Big splash. Watch the legs go over. It goes all over the pool you go in. God, it looked like a whale jumped in the water. It was so awful. All right, let's get out of there. All right, there's one more thing we got to do before we get the heck out of here, and I forgot what it was. What is it? I need a memory. I need somebody to jar my memory. Somebody said something in the chat room, and it jarred me reminded me of something. What was it I was going to do? It was actually pretty interesting. No, it wasn't third phase. Although we can look at it, see if third phase has anything out. On. Yeah, it wasn't this. It'll come back to me. Nothing new. All right. Wasn't there something else? There was one other thing. Look, everything's now changed. Ever since I cleared my cookies and my cache, all this stuff's going to start popping up. I'm so angered at that. Here's all my work stuff. Oh, whoa, they tried taking us down. What time is it? 7 after. Just after the start of the hour. What's on right now on regular TV? Nothing? I am going to watch a couple of documentaries, and I will talk about those on Monday. What is this? Best UFO sighting of 19? There was one other thing I wanted to say before we got out of here. All right. We've been on 3 hours and 10 minutes. It's time to go. It's time to go. All right. I hope you guys have a... What? Oh, yeah. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Just wanted to shoot the bull, as you obviously know. It wasn't really... It was just like every show this week. Don't forget, going back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If something comes up in between Tuesday and Thursday, it's just because I don't know. I may do some shorter videos on those days, but yeah. Tomorrow's Sunday, right? Tomorrow Sunday? Cleaning cookies is like changing browsers. Yeah, they told me to do it every single day to make sure that my computer runs fast enough. I'm screwed, aren't I, if I don't know? I hate that. I know I'm not, but I just hate starting over. I can't believe I did it. And the computer still tried to shut off. Nothing changed. It didn't help anything. Nah. Cookies my ass. Everything's still working just as the way it did before I did that. So it really isn't that just a what do you call it? An old wives' tale? That's what they call it, right? It's an old wives' tale. Doesn't really happen. It does though, doesn't it? It has to clean up, make things run better. It has to. Why else would people say it? I mean, people lie? Nobody's lying. I don't know. All right. Well, I think we got to go. I hear music. I did. All right, guys. You want to support GoofOn? Become a patron at patreon.com/GoofOn Radio. Become a member of the GoofOn Network by joining the network. GoofOn.net may not be around any longer. Something else going on. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like it. It would be great during these times in desperation for views. I got to change the show. Everything's going to change. I tried with the jacket. The jacket doesn't work. I am not a psychic, or I would have predicted the coronavirus a year earlier than its announcement. Did we do this one? You already did that one. Hey, if you'd like to donate without joining anything, go to goofon.org. All over the floor, you donate. You are watching Chuck Bam's Top 5. Oh, hold on, one more thing. All things exist should not post videos of non-UFOs, ghost aliens, shadow people, spirits, orbs, etc. And Las Vegas UFO videotapes planes, drones, helicopters, etc. and calls in UFOs. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm done.